Alright, hello guys.
Oh my god, Kerrigan's dead.
We are back. Yes, Kerrigan is very dead.
Yeah, she's dead. It's over. Hope you enjoyed those 6 missions. You'll never see her again. That's it.
Now I feel like she's gonna come back.
Woo! Yeah, so we are continuing our Starcraft playthrough. We will be definitely finishing the Terran campaign today as we are on the last mission. Hopefully starting the beginnings of the Zerg. And, I think that's pretty much it. Oh! Mark, go ahead and tell the kind people how many female characters we have in the game.
0.
Big old one!
Oh, I mean, like, are you counting Kerrigan?
Yeah.
Okay, then yeah, 1.
Yeah,
yeah, she's dead. Yeah. Living female characters.
Yes, living female
as far
characters.
as I know, is at a 0.
Yes, and I jumped into my sneaky little time machine and can actually confirm for Starcraft. 1 is literally one single female character.
Wow.
I think literally.
Throughout the entire series?
Yeah.
Oh,
no, Starcraft 1. Brood War will get 1 more female.
Okay.
Degrading is to Grand Total of 2. And Starcraft 2 will have plenty of females. But Starcraft 1, it was crazy to me to think, like, wow, 1998. It was so different.
Yeah.
Also, the first female character died. The only female character in the entire campaign of 3 campaigns, Starcraft 1, dies in the first, like, 8 missions.
Yeah.
First third of the game. It's fascinating. Yeah. Anyway.
Huh.
So,
we're gonna jump in. You're actually gonna play the final mission for Terran.
Yep. We're gonna do that, and then Mark will get double Zerg missions.
Yep. It'll be fun.
Yep.
Alrighty,
Alrighty, so let's do it. At this point, like I said, Manx has shown his true colors.
Oh. Wrong screen again.
Oh, sorry.
That's not quite right. There we go.
Perfect. Perfect. Manx has shown his true colors and betrayed Kerrigan for reasons unknown.
Okay.
It seems, to the Zerg. And she was lost. Jimmy is not too horribly happy, despite the fact that he's only spoken to Kerrigan once.
James
Renor. Jaime Renore.
Okay.
Hint?
I gotta get a charging cord.
And I will wait. We are waiting. Oh, how's everyone doing? All one of you good? That's good. I'm good. Wednesday evening. It's Thursday evening. I normally do this on Wednesdays, but today is Thursday.
It's true.
Because I was playing music last night, which is very important.
It is very important. It's not part of it, but it's...
but it's still very important. Alrighty, ready?
Yep, let's do it.
Tartana's been overrun by the Zerg. Protoss around the surface too.
Contact with the ground forces at New Gettysburg.
Not New
General Minsk
Gettysburg.
has ordered the immediate disengagement of the Core Hall fleet from the Tarsonian system. Protoss and Zerg forces.
Yeah, everybody looks creepier in the old one.
Even the adjutant.
Yeah.
That's like some like Ex Machina crap right there, and that's like some
I'm gone.
40k crap.
You better come with me. There's no telling who Arcturus will screw over next.
It's an interesting thing, the fact that we're still a character, right?
Yeah.
Gentlemen, you've done very well. But remember that we've still got a job to do. The seeds of a new empire have been sown. And if we hope to reach...
To hell with you!
You're making a terrible mistake. Don't even think to cross me. I have sacrificed too much to let this fall apart.
You mean like you sacrificed Kerrigan?
You'll regret that. You don't seem to realize my situation here. I will not.
Like even the rooms they're in appear to be
Not by you, or the Confederates, or the Protoss, or anyone. I will rule this.
You don't seem to appreciate how crazy I am.
how plantation owner I really am.
Awaiting orders.
The hell with him. We're gone.
I love the commanders have supreme executive authority over all their forces, you know?
Activated
Right.
Tarsonus's primary defensive weapon, the ion cannon. The cannon must be
Oh, yeah.
shut
Oh,
down
we
if
like it.
any escape attempt is to be made.
Oh no.
Oh, just like, why didn't they use that before?
Seems like the Confederates could have used that before we blew them up. Alrighty, so we're out of here, apparently.
Looks like we're on our own.
Okay, interesting.
Funny. Just like yesterday, Arcturus was the idealistic rebel crusader.
That was actually.
Now he's the law and we're the criminals.
Wow, they just.
Kills me to know that we ultimate achieve his goals of conquest.
Remember what?
Shouldn't have let her go alone.
Oh, come on, you would have died too.
Remember what?
Remember when I said basically that like, oh, they've made the transition from Arcturus as... Like, Jimmy just spelled out all of the themes of the game. Immediately. There was no...
In case you weren't paying
Yeah,
attention.
kind of, a little bit.
Identity's really fluid here.
Yeah. Also, just seems like yesterday, it's a great little just underlying the fact that it is unclear how long time has been.
Yeah, this all unfolds pretty quick.
Well, it feels like it. But that's just another big problem with RTS storytelling, right? It's sense of time.
Yeah, that's true. Because it's not clear, like, at what pace people are gonna play the game. Like, you could play this in one sitting if it's really fast.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, we've called it to kind of our negligible RTS skills.
Yeah, we've definitely not done this as efficiently as someone might.
No. Well, it's interesting because I think we were talking about this earlier that we were. What the shit was that? Was that a rocket? Oh, it was a lockdown.
Oh, dang.
EMP.
Hey, took you out.
Yes. Want to turn up the
Sorry
heat?
about that. God dang it. Ah, frick, we not have a detector? Oh no.
Your forces are under attack.
Oh, this is.
Ah, jeez.
I can't believe we've done this.
Can't believe you've done
Oh, I'm gonna lose the tank.
Just
am I?
move him.
Alright, now he's locked down. He's EMP. What do I need for ComSat Academy? What do I need for that? A barracks?
You're handling this much better than I would. Can he never get out of that?
I don't know how long lockdown. Apparently, dude, this thing forever. Jimmy, detect something. Ooh, wait. Will Spider-Mines find him? Oh, there he is.
Oh, he ran out of cloak.
Oh, he did.
Kill him.
Kill him! Just Jim. Just Jimmy.
This is Jimmy.
Just go sit on top of him.
Yeah, thank you. Alright, hey, and you. Good work, tanks. So, that's why you don't go mass ghost.
Yes.
I was chipping away at that tank for roughly forever.
If he would have had multiple ghosts, though, man.
If he had
Just think if
he
it
had
would have been
20 ghosts.
an army of ghosts.
I think if he had a race support. Worst case scenario. I'm gonna miss the Terran music now.
He had raid support.
Yeah.
That's what I was gonna do.
Yeah, I know. That was a joke. I'm guessing Rainer has to survive. What's my option? Just destroy the iron cannon?
Destroy the iron cannon.
The iron
The
curtain
iron curtain.
was a super weapon. Reveler.
Yeah,
It was
I
a
know.
Soviet super weapon.
I was not as impressed with the iron curtain as with like the nukes.
Well, yeah, it was not nearly. Or the chronosphere.
Yeah, or the chronosphere.
God, I love Reveler. I get that Starcraft is like better, but I'm a Reveler. Oh yeah, we definitely should do this too, by the way. Oh, that's so much nicer. I just didn't want to watch my units die in beautiful HD.
What about the weather machine? Do you like the weather machine?
The,
I always thought that was
weather
kind
control
of
center?
lame. Yeah.
Yeah, it seems like they didn't have a good idea of what to give the allies. You know, in terms of as opposed to the nuke. And so they had to give another something of mass destruction. And yeah, it didn't really actually play too well. I think it was cool till like 10-year-old Greg. You know?
I mean, yeah, it actually, like, strategically it was pretty cool because he was moving around. Unlike the nukes.
You could
but-
not.
Wait, really? I thought you could command it.
Nope. The storm.
Never mind.
100%. No, the only difference between it and the nuke was basically the way it did damage in terms of it came down, you know, in different areas, and then it also acted as an EMP.
Oh, interesting.
Which is, what am I doing? I'm getting a machine factory so we can get siege on those tanks.
Put some siege on
Additional
it.
supply depots required.
Oh no, right down. Oh yeah, alright, great. Meanwhile, the Academy is screaming, that's excellent. That's good.
Insufficient rescue
And
gas.
they had like immediately hit you with a bunch at the beginning of this, but now they're sort of seem to have laid off a bit.
Well, I mean, they sent a one ghost.
Two. Just one?
Oh, was there just one?
Just one
I
ghost.
think I just killed one ghost.
Add-on
Who had like full
complete.
energy.
Yeah, who was cloaked, which is a bizarre way to probably get 4 in here, right?
Yes, sir.
Maybe not.
Job finished.
Nope, 3.
Affirmative.
Go
Roger
back to
that.
mining.
SCV good to go, sir.
Okay, that's good. And don't have
Insufficient
enough gas.
phosphine gas.
That's fine. Please gas. Goes.
Insufficient Vespene gas.
So I'm thinking tank.
Tank Marine?
Tank Marine?
Tank Marine? That's a bold strategy.
I know, yeah.
See if it works out.
Yeah. Tank Marine Battlecruiser? Maybe?
Wow.
I know. It's very brave of me. But, no, I'll try to do a full unit mix. How's that? I'll try to use one.
Full unit mix.
Every unit.
Okay.
I need more bases.
It's not very Starcraft, is it?
Uh,
Isn't it pretty Starcrafty to like mass something?
Yeah, feels like it. Or that's been my experience of both what works in game as well as certainly the
It seems like you should have more diverse units.
Research
Like, it seems like that should work better and be faster.
That is a game design thing that I like, which is not having units that are strictly better than other units, but instead having units that are fill a different role.
Right. Well, that's why I said I think it should work better to have a diverse pool, because that way you only need one of every building, right? And you already have a bunch of different buildings. Like if you're in a mass Marines, you have to have multiple barracks.
Right.
Whereas right now you could get to a massive diverse force.
Oh god, they're coming. Oh, nice.
Oh,
Great, man.
man.
Jimmy! They're not happy with us. You guys can do Wow, fascinating. Okay, so that's the first meaningful attack we've ever gotten, by the way.
Yeah, you mean like any of the campaign levels?
At any point, yeah. As well as it still wasn't actually that dangerous, right? Because our starting forces were so extreme. So our starting forces were still enough to actually counter it. But that's interesting. That's the first time I've actually felt like I had to respond to that. Otherwise, we were in imminent danger of losing. You know?
Right.
Good stuff. We're gonna tank up our infantry, and we don't have armor. Hey! Oh, I'm so silly.
I can't build there.
Sure can. That's because you're.
I read you.
Nope. No, everything's gone south.
Job finished. SCV good to go, sir.
Oh shit. Seriously. Yeah, I don't have much room in this base. Oh, I see.
Oh, nice.
SCV good to go, sir.
Please tell me. You're gonna
Destination
Oh, nice. You're gonna want vision for him too.
Yes, yes. He is Jim. What's my tank gonna pop out? Did it pop out? It did. It has to go all the way around. It's great.
Insufficient
Oh,
Vespene
I think we're
gas.
pretty much secure as long as we have these guys up, honestly.
Report for
Great if we have more than one geyser. Alright, so that means we just have to keep on looking for
More resources.
more bases.
I read you.
We'll get a starport. I just want to have all my tech down. Just in these cases.
SCV good to
We
go,
also
sir.
get just at least a couple
Job
turns
finished.
out. Just for stealth. Let's get it. Boop.
Report for duty.
Ready to roll out.
Equal weapon.
Orders, Captain.
Oh, what's the last thing I need to do? Step work.
Did you build an armory already?
Insufficient Vespene gas.
It's already researched.
Destination. Identify target.
Seems like the attacks are
Proceeding.
over here. So.
This is Jimmy. Yes.
I would think we probably should get ready for an air attack though.
Let's move.
Yep, I was thinking about that as well. That they might have to do that.
Report for duty.
One turrets. We'll see.
Ready to roll out.
Just don't like putting stuff in the middle line at all. Feel bad for me.
Right away, sir.
Might be able to.
Orders, sir.
Got stuck.
Proceeding.
Orders, Captain. Right away, sir.
We're on minerals. I think we're doing alright.
Orders, Captain.
Identify target.
Nothing's in the. Oh,
Delighted to,
I
sir.
don't believe we've done this. Fortunately, Terran can do that. It's not the case with.
Move their buildings.
Destination. Absolutely. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Report for duty.
Move them slidey boots. Here comes that.
Upgrade complete.
Okay, that's good. We want that. Good, that's screaming. That's excellent.
The academy is screaming.
Yep.
The tank is clean.
Exactly.
The tank is clean.
Thanks.
Report for duty. I read you.
It's not gonna be Nope, sure it's not. So,
Job finished.
Add-on complete.
and then we're going to build
Report for duty.
command center.
You're doing good on supply depot.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Why do you want
Trying
another
so
command
hard.
center?
Yeah, because knowing it to be built and we'll lift it off and move it.
Anytime you're
Oh,
ready.
sure.
No, actually, I'm just gonna get a bolster.
Is that a common strategy for Terran to sort of
Yep,
pre-build things?
build it right here. Build it right next to your base.
Right.
That's the normal strategy in
Job finished.
TD everything. That's going, that's going, that's going, that's going, that's going. You don't have a sign that. Yeah, no, it's to build a command center right next to your current one, and then as opposed to building it on site. It's a lot safer.
Yes, sir.
Upgrade complete.
Did I get?
Roger that. Orders received.
So,
No, there's wooden.
strategy.
Upgrade complete.
If someone comes in with a large ground force to try to take out your base and you lift up all your buildings,
Huh?
are they safe from ground fire?
Nope. Marine shoot up.
Well, Marines shoot up.
Everything
Like-
that shoots up shoots up.
Okay, sure, but like a tank could no longer hit your building.
Yeah.
So if someone came in with just all tanks,
Uh oh.
Job
It's only
finished.
two tanks.
Job finished.
Very near the line.
You want a piece of me,
It
boy?
was actually fortunate though that it wasn't home.
Something on your mind? Yeah,
Getting it out.
going.
You don't have to do this every single time. Definitely.
Something on your mind?
Go ahead, Commander. You want a
Actually,
piece
that's
of me,
a lot.
boy? Right on. Give me some of this, you.
But yeah, I mean, yeah, so anything that can't shoot up, yeah. So Zerg often run into this, right? Where they have mostly melee-oriented forces.
Something on your mind? Oh, is that it?
And, where did my dudes go? Did I make 5 of them?
Commander.
I moved them all over? These guys on?
This is Jimmy.
Okay.
Reporting for
What
duty.
was I saying? Oh yes, that they will. Yeah. Very oftentimes Zerg can actually have a hard time finishing
I
off turn.
dig.
interesting.
Oh, is that it?
You want a piece of me, boy?
Alrighty, I think we'll just do like a little marine force and move them out, right?
Rock and roll.
You have a lot of minerals.
Outstanding.
That's probably good.
Upgrade complete.
I just don't like expanding past my normal spot here, which is totally what you're supposed to
Job finished.
do. Science facility? Oh, come on.
Commander.
That's super not cool,
Rock
guys.
and roll.
Orders, Captain?
So low on everything. That is there's science. So that's interesting. I didn't even know that the
You want a piece of me, boy?
Star that more upgrades were locked behind.
Science facility.
Yeah,
I read you.
I did not know. Seems absolutely.
Please build it. Something's in the way.
Well,
They got him.
they got Jimmy.
Jacked up and good to go. Fired up.
I want to see the fire bats in the previous picture.
Oh yeah, fire bats are horrifying.
You want a piece of me, boy?
Oh
There he
my
is.
gosh.
There he is.
Yeah, you're right. You're not gonna
Naturally.
Yeah, I just went down there. Oh, here are my marines. All trapped.
Jacked up and good to go. Jacked up and good to go.
Interesting. So let's drop buildings and do increased visibility.
Oh yeah, that's good. You guys not get through it? Yeah, you're trying to go through the mineral line. You're not doing it. There we go.
Job finished.
Oh, that's Just expand this way, I guess. Give me a science
Orders,
facility.
Captain?
I really hope they don't attack down here. I don't think there was any. No, there's none. Unless it was air.
I read you.
Speaking of T. Yeah, might as well, right? Buildings are very slow. Alright, how are we doing? Follow up?
attention.
Alright, well, let's do a little auxiliary force here.
Expand to the
Orders,
east.
Captain?
We're on to a ghost.
You want a piece of me, boy?
Naturally. You got it.
Sequence interrupted.
Naturally. Slam it.
And see what their upgrades were.
Kyrie, you want a piece of me, boy? I'm finished.
Wait, hey, there's the iron cannon. Grab it.
Slam it.
Yeah, the opposite corner of the page. That's surprising.
So this is very interesting, right? Like this, I remember noticing this on another map. Well, actually, no. Remember the map where the last map? There's tons of, a lot of different bases, right? And we had to keep on expanding.
Yeah.
This one, almost gonna cover like a quarter of this southern map here, and there's like nothing. Can't even interact with it, right? It's all just empty.
Kind of weird.
Obviously, it's that's interesting. Check that way. Obviously, there's some level of.
Fire it up.
Text here.
You want a piece of me, boy? Naturally.
Right.
Let's burn.
Shoot him!
Naturally. You got it.
What was I saying? Oh yeah, that there's like really nothing to do on this map, right? Yeah. There's a whole lot of. I'm not really moving my range well, right? I had those two guys out in front, so I got picked off. Now we're shooting
Naturally. Slam it.
I like slamming actually.
You got it.
I love how the fire bat hasn't done jack.
Yes.
No, he's gonna be just the
Because
last
he's too
guy.
slow. Because he. Uh-oh. It's a tank. It's a deployed tank.
Oh, they deployed a tank.
It's the first deployed tank we've seen. Oh shit, the other tank blew it up. Alright, so we finally found another base. Feels good. Counts down. We have to count that. Shoot. And dude. Great. Super spread out. New base. Let's go take that. Alrighty, how are we doing on tanks?
Train up the replacement marine.
Yep, they're coming.
You want a piece of me, boy?
Up
Ready
another
to roll out.
covert physics or what? Battle cruisers?
Battle cruiser. Yeah.
It's a cattle bruisers. I don't think we want to start protection on that. Nope. We want our boys to survive in the open. We want our tanks to blow stuff up. Okay, seriously? Come on. Come on. There we go.
Upgrade complete.
Beautiful weapons tool. Nothing else. And more marines.
Ready to roll out. Reporting duty.
Oh no, where?
Oh, you didn't build that one?
I don't think so. Fuck. No, not enough room. Oh, that's so stupid. Can I blow these up?
Orders, Captain.
South?
You want a piece of me, boy?
Where?
If you can't
No,
yourself.
no, that's it.
That's
That's
it.
the map.
That's the end of the map.
That's it, isn't it?
Yep, that's it. Okay.
There we go.
They're not gonna be able to get out.
Yeah, they will, if I come this way.
Yeah.
Science vessel.
Piece of me, boy.
Wow, the only thing you can build without a control tower is just the Wraith. Interesting.
Huh.
Kinda want science vessel. Just for the sake of having one. We can pick you up, send you over, that will be great. Ooh, you know what we're gonna do?
Science vessel, we'll pick you up.
You know what we're gonna do?
What? Mass ghosts and readings.
Not quite.
Commander.
Close.
Orders, sir.
Yay, we have tanks.
Delighted to serve. Me, boy.
No, not you. You.
Identify target.
Don't do that.
Ready to roll out. Move it. Orders, sir.
Oh my god. Choke points.
Identify target. Standing by. Checked up and
Add-on
good to go.
complete.
No, the Marines.
Want a piece of me, boy? Standing by. Checked up and good to go.
Add-on
Oh, are they gonna come all the way around? No, they're not. Oh, hey, look at that.
See, it's inexplicable. There's like massive gaps that they can't fit through, and then there's like that. Like, oh yeah, they'll fix
And they'll find it when they want. Yeah.
Raider here. Destination.
Okay, what was
Identify
it?
target.
I was getting a control tower up, so I can get a single science vessel. I got covert ops up. Get nuking time, where we need ghosts. Partial cloaking. Not gonna go mass ghosts. I'm going to try to show you how ghosts are supposed to be used. I'm sure I will fail.
I'm pretty sure I
I
learned
think.
that.
Yeah, I'm a little bit past that. at
Yeah,
this point.
I mean, I almost did an entire army with ghosts. I
Yeah.
think I know how to use them.
Destination.
I think we actually may be close to our 8 tank
Identify
limit
target.
here.
Delighted to
We're
serve.
past the tank
Yeah, I think we
limit.
are actually. I kind of want to spend anything. God, we have so little guns.
Give me something to shoot.
So now at this point, attacks are entirely negligible. So we had a moment there in the final mission, almost where I felt kind of like we might be a little bit not safe.
Right.
But then we were, so.
Orders, sir.
They also finally have like siege tanks. That seems important and actually kind of scary.
Go ahead, Commander.
Yeah.
Give me something to shoot.
Deal.
Jacked up and good to go.
Research complete.
Hopefully that was. What was that? That was. Energy and sight range. Actually, sight range is going to be really helpful for nukes.
Greetings, Command.
Upgrade complete.
Never gets old. Up here. What? Why? Why? Starcraft, why?
Upgrade complete.
Could be pathing. Could be pathing. Like, it's actually recognizing the fact that that would block off pathing.
That would be amazing. It's never done that before.
It's never done that before.
Yes, sir.
I'm here. You never know what hit 'em.
Destination delighted to, sir.
Let's get all our tanks up.
Absolutely.
What am I doing? Oh, yeah, that's what I need.
Little dad move.
I also don't know, like, it might be... it very well might be, like, I don't know how many bases I have, right? Remember last time I, like, way overbuilt?
Right, you overplanned for the base.
Yeah, so I'm kind of scared of doing that again, where I, like, do that and don't get to play Flames Toys. But I do like Flames Toys.
Well, you're not trying to get a full set of battle cruisers this time, so.
Yet. Where did the other barracks go? There. Great. Alrighty, Ghosty. How you feeling, buddy?
I'm gone.
Insufficient
Gas.
Vespene
What's
gas.
with gas? Who even gassed this? Yeah, it was 250, right? Speaking of, we're going to need, that, and then we're going to need nuke, which is 200. We're going to need infantry, armor 3, which is another 250. Oh my god.
You want a piece of me, boy?
Upgrade complete.
Oh, shoot. Oh shit! Yeah, they're in tanks.
Your forces are under attack.
Charge! Attack them while they're coming up. Not Jimmy, not Jimmy. Oh, get Jimmy. Come on, boys.
Okay. You gotta watch Jimmy.
Ah!
Sounds fun.
No, shit.
You want a piece of me, boy? That should be good.
Dude, they're going after Jimmy. You
I
gotta
know
pull
they are.
him back.
No. Alright, no, Jimmy, Jimmy, Jimmy. No, not the Marines. Alright, Jimmy, how about you just...
Way too close for
How
comfort.
about you just chill and never do anything ever again?
Identify target.
Yeah, they really, like, the AI just really focuses.
Yeah, that's fascinating, isn't it?
Yeah.
Insufficient
You're gonna
Vespene
want that
gas.
research, yeah. Dang, okay, so this is definitely the most strategic we've seen the enemy AI.
Yeah. Fuck.
Ghost.
I swear to God, I built science.
Transmit orders.
Yeah, we did that voice.
Going to kill some ghosts.
Receiving headquarters.
Willing to find some nerds. Oh, no, he didn't. Oh, Wraiths. Wraiths no more.
There's your ghost attack.
Commencing.
Oh, did he? See, now they're using stealth, so that's not cool. Oh my god, that's so much. What was the other thing I wanted to do? Infantry armor, which, because I moved everything. Oh, shit.
Insufficient Vespene gas.
Oh no!
Identify target.
Call the shot.
Go send him in solo.
Oh yeah.
Han lonely.
Han lonely. Han sad boy.
I hear that.
Oh yeah, they're just gonna detect him. Yeah, they have scan.
Yeah, they're gonna comsat as soon as you try to use it.
Oh.
Well,
Yep.
yep, there you
Yep,
go.
yep.
As soon as you use
So
it.
every time I do something. Well,
I'm all over it.
It's too bad it really makes Ghost just completely useless for the campaign.
a little bit. I mean, not entirely. If you run with distraction, right? If you get it with some interference to play with.
Outstanding. Let's
I actually kind of want to just go and kill whatever this way because that was scary. There's a white force, right? These guys are red. White is this way. That's two Marines.
There's no white way to do this.
rock and roll.
That was definitely.
Destination. Identify target. Transmit orders. Jacked up. Orders, sir. We have you on visual. Orders, sir.
What tank did I select?
Destination.
Hey, no, these
Orders, sir.
Nope.
Yes, sir.
And 3, and 2, and roll.
Let's move.
It's just that easy.
Good to go. Give me some of this shoot.
And you see how badly that?
Yeah, you had to attack
Slow.
move.
Give me some of this shoot.
I just don't like doing it.
Outstanding. We have you on some of this shoot.
Don't like doing it, okay?
Give me some
It's not the pretty
Not a
picture.
pretty, yeah, there we go.
Upgrade complete.
Oh, battle? Cattle?
rock and roll.
Can't bring people back from the
Yeah,
dead.
yeah.
Good to go. Go, go, go. Jacked up.
Alright, well, this seems like a confused battle cruiser. Like, you good?
Give me some of this shoot.
You gotta get them all in there. There you go. Now you're
Stim! Stim! Which we don't have!
Commander. Jacked up. Good to go.
Okay, where's the white
Why
base,
was
man?
it just hanging out over there?
I think it glitched, actually. I think it was supposed to come attack us.
Give me some of this shoot. Receiving headquarters. Commencing. Give me some of this shoot.
And, nope, still not the white base, huh? Imagine they alternate attacking us, the red and the white.
Standing by. Jacked up.
Oh,
Good to
well,
go.
base.
Give me some of this shoot.
Minerals, though, we need gas.
Standing by. Receiving headquarters.
God, the sign fest is fastest. Oh,
There
there's
it
gas.
is.
Oh, that's a strange place for that. Oh well.
Grab some SCVs.
And let's... Where'd my commands? There he is. I guess that battle cruiser was just guarding the base.
Yeah, I guess so.
We can just build another command center on top of this nuke, because yeah, that becomes inoperable, and it's fine. Lift you off.
Yes, sir.
You nerds up here.
Roger that. Right away, sir.
You
So
gonna
Terrans
build
are really good at
refinery.
like rapid colonization.
Yep, yep, that was the idea. That was the idea.
Huh.
Oh, we're almost on minerals too.
You see, I would think the Zerg would do that.
No, the Zerg are better at... Oh my god. Jimmy's almost... Oh yeah, we can repair Jimmy. Lol.
Orders, Captain.
Alright, that was scary.
I read you.
Especially if you do that early. I thought you did that immediately.
Heal... Yeah, no, I did not think about that. Super didn't even. Infantry armor. And please tell me we have enough for... Hey, we're not...
Your forces are under
That's
attack.
not cool. No, not my ghost!
How do they find her?
Him? That's a good question, actually. I didn't say.
Is like is Kerrigan the only female ghost?
Yeah, it seems like it, actually.
Okay.
My marine production. Where is my other barracks? My other barracks is right here.
My other barracks is
My other barracks is a con. And oh, see, this is the thing though, is that you can just spam one freaking unit. We got marines.
I read you.
Stop it! Stop it! Stop it!
Your forces are
Bad.
under
Very,
attack.
very bad. And oh god, let's run! Oh, run! Just shoot as many as you can. You know what we're gonna do? Take mode time. Wait until they move. Oh no, they're just gonna shoot down shit, aren't they? Lift!
Orders, sir.
Shoot down.
Identify target.
Not ideal.
Moving.
wow. That was
Dang man, tanks are good.
Commander, you want a piece of me, boy?
What else did they destroy down here? What were these?
those were turrets.
Oh, you're right, they were turrets.
You want a piece of me, boy?
Alright, so we need more tanks.
Dang.
Reporting for duty.
You want a piece of me, boy?
I'm gonna mine out here and we'll send all these guys up.
Orders, Captain.
You want a piece of me, boy?
Okay, so we have one. We're gonna actually do ship weapons because we're eventually going to transition into
Piece of me, boy?
cruisers.
Battle cruisers?
Sure, why not?
Yeah. I guess we need something to deal with those things.
Yeah, actually, tanks don't shoot up, so actually sounds pretty good right now.
Ready to roll out.
Because Marines actually do want stem for Marines. They'll be good to get in, and then they can kill stuff quicker. Alright, that's good, that's fine. I wonder if vultures. No.
I think they would get destroyed by the tanks and ghosts.
Yeah, well, they're so fast, though.
You want a piece of me, boy?
I think I was correct in my little hypothesis.
I read you. Roger that.
Diddle, 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 diddle.
Piece of me, boy?
Big tank.
You want a piece of me, boy?
Identify target.
That's down. Let's see if we not get over there.
Identify target. Moving.
See, we've got a massive gap. Can't.
And he's not gonna go through it? What?
No, it's too narrow. We can't go through that.
He's gonna somehow tightrope walk his way through this tiny little.
You get through now?
Research complete.
Orders, sir. Ready to roll out.
See, buildings are so big in this game too, which is not going to be the case in Starcraft 2.
Orders,
Really?
sir.
They're going to be a lot. Yeah, it'll be a lot more manageable.
Absolutely.
So 4 siege tanks at a time is actually pretty scary, isn't it?
Yeah.
That leveled several structures. Actually,
And a bunch of units.
yeah. Still haven't even gotten close to pop cap. 200.
Yes,
Yeah, well,
sir.
I mean, partially because you're getting attacked. Regular
Destination.
These guys.
Yes, sir.
Reporting for duty.
You want a piece of me, boy? Great. Almost. Also, it doesn't tell you when you mine out, does it?
Yeah, I think sometimes it does.
Destination. You want a piece of me, boy?
See, these mass marines though are super. If they come with tanks
Yes,
again,
sir.
or if they attack this place. Now I got
Give me something to shoot. Reporting for duty.
Okay, so we're actually feeling okay.
You have stim now.
We do have stem.
You want a piece of me, boy? Greetings, Commander.
Ready to roll out.
Let's roll. Jacked up and good to go.
It's worth building another comm center right fucking here.
You want a
I mean, we're
piece of
fine.
me, boy?
Okay, so we can go back to trying to blow shit up. What do we need? Oh, physics labs. That's right. Lift off.
Me, boy.
Physics lab.
I can't build there.
Aren't you already building physics? Wait, what is
No,
that?
that's covert.
That's covert.
Now we have to pick battle cruisers or.
That's right. Go.
But it's nice with the add-ons that you can, lift up.
Upgrade
You are
complete.
jack shit all day. You're coming all day.
Delighted to, sir.
What's good for tank sniping? Battle cruisers?
For tank sniping, I mean other tanks with better vision. So you can get like something that has a good vision in there. Otherwise, yeah, battle cruisers.
I mean,
Add-on complete.
Orders, sir.
yeah, you're right. Other tanks are better because there's no tank range upgrade.
No, you just gotta something that can see the tanks before they see you.
Greetings, Commander.
How about science?
Hello, me! Oh, I'm useful!
We've been waiting for this day.
Oh my god! Holy fucking shit, Commander!
You want a piece of me, boy?
Build another one, you.
Upgrade complete.
Do
Oh,
I?
no, you don't.
Oh, I do. I don't really think we actually need that one.
Orders, sir.
I was up a fully loaded nuke silo going around. So
Identify target.
Comsat
Piece of me, boy.
okay, so we're gonna keep on actually exploring with our
Oh,
views.
raids, yeah, raids coming.
Receiving headquarters.
Shoot them all.
Rock and roll. We have you something to shoot. Commander. Jacked up and good to go.
Calm down, boys.
Standing by.
I think I heard a ghost, didn't I?
We have you on vision.
Ready to roll out.
Excellent. Affirmative, sir.
Interesting, so only race will come from this
Roll
one.
on a piece of me, boy.
You know what, actually, I'm gonna be a good boy and attack
Give me
him.
something to shoot. Receiving
Just use
headquarters.
dropships. Nah, dropships are too micro-intensive. Dropships aren't nice, though. If I was a real player, I'd use dropships and just be like, boop. Fortunately, I'm not. Or unfortunately. I'm surprised at how few, what we're doing. Ship, what? Here's the stuff.
Your forces are
Ah,
under
I told
attack.
you. There's a ghost.
Give me something to shoot.
Yep,
There
right
it
there.
is. Yep.
Research complete.
Commander.
Come here.
Are they one shot?
No, but the fire.
Whoa. That ghost just wrecked your marines.
Nope, those are the two.
Oh,
Fuck you.
Commencing.
Run! No! No! I've been like, no! Not my science vessel! Oh no, they're. Oh, it's gone. Wow! It's actually quite damaging. Meanwhile. Slow and steady, bitches. Slow and steady. Alrighty, so, we learned something good, which was that area is actually well fortified.
you should build another science vessel.
More, yes, thank you. More so than Marines. Gotta finish on our, wing on our battle cavalry. We are going to want another Star War Cavalry for this reason, specifically. We don't have to worry about placement, because...
There's nothing in the space that matter. Oh yeah, that too.
Battle cruisers. They can fly!
Battle cruisers don't care.
Yeah, yeah.
Like the honey badge.
Honey battle stuff.
Honey badge.
Yeah, I forgot about that. To the Yamato Cannon! The armory is still doing shit, but of course it is. You can actually eventually start building some more. Just like because
What's the pop cap?
200. Fuck it.
Standing by.
Like that.
Rock and roll.
Identify target.
Standing
So what we're gonna do is actually
operational.
this might be controversial.
Outstanding.
Mass Marines.
Mass science vessels.
That's my next strategy.
Oh, science center.
Job's finished.
Science center, which here radiates. I don't need that.
Job's finished.
All crews report.
They're so Russian. Holy crap, I'm Russian.
So
Report for
Russian you
duty.
can't
So
talk.
Russian, yeah. Alright, you guys are up
Orders
here.
received.
There's a large force
Report
up
for
there.
duty.
Wait, wait.
I mean, just keep in mind that's where you got attacked.
No, they were up here.
Yeah, I know. It's not that far away.
That's true. They haven't attacked that base at all.
Yes,
Good night, the Academy's still doing well.
Research complete.
Orders received.
Alright, I'm being way too slow. Where's my one?
Give me something to shoot.
Oh, you guys can keep.
Commander. Jacked up and good to go.
I think having two groups of Marines is good for interference.
Rock and roll.
Destination. Yes, sir.
6, 7, 8.
Destination.
I call you our tank group.
That's not all
Your
tanks.
forces are under attack.
Whoa! Finally. Oh no!
Yeah.
Who could have seen this coming?
I would not have said anything about this. I'm surprised.
Whee!
Receiving
That means,
transmission.
to be fair,
Yes, sir.
losing any battle cruisers is a
Orders, Captain.
Standing by. Let's move.
Orders, Captain. Right away,
Give
sir.
me something to shoot.
Unfortunately, they're
Report
slow
for
as shit.
duty. Orders received.
Build
Right
missiles.
away, sir.
Yeah.
I read you.
Give me something to
Target
shoot.
fire! Oh, that's...
EMB. No, that's yours.
For what?
It's your science vessel.
Oh yeah, you're right! No! It just got ghosted! Not again! Oh, good. So many. I can move up all of this.
Your forces are under attack.
Dude, that EMP is good.
Whoa, your battle cruisers.
Dude, listen how many,
There's so many
ghosts. And they scan.
Your forces are under attack.
God, look at all these things.
Oh my god.
Woo!
Give me something to shoot.
Wow.
Well.
And then a science vessel is coming in.
That very nearly killed everything.
Right away,
Oh,
sir.
amazing. Dude,
What?
that's killed everything.
Identify
Shit.
target.
What's it?
No, they're attacked. I'm so impressed.
With them?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So happy. They did such a good job. I lose battle I don't think I lost battle cruisers. Well, meanwhile, we lost all the
it's
S.
still locked down. Man, that is very good.
The
Your
lockdown.
forces are under
Are you
attack.
freaking kidding me?
Commander.
Another one.
You want a piece of me, boy? All crews want a piece of me, boy. Hailing frequencies open.
God,
Give me
dude.
something to
Go,
shoot.
sir.
So many ghosts.
Literally everyone died.
Go, go, go.
Yeah, both of your marines.
Let's move.
Identify
Why you have
target.
to
Piece of me, boy.
What was that?
Why you have to
Piece of me, boy.
SCV good
We
to go,
come
sir.
to. Having said, that was
Report for duty.
Your forces
Oh
are
my
under
God.
attack.
I swear.
You want a piece of me, boy?
SCV good to go.
Ghost, look at this.
Slow.
Of course.
Jacked up and good to go.
Send your marines.
Standing by. Rock and roll.
Can't lock down Marines. No, thanks.
SCV good to go, sir.
No.
Your forces are under attack.
Orders received.
Oh my god. Please,
Like, your marines. Go, your marines.
no. What are you doing?
SCV good
We're
to
going
go,
as fast as
sir.
we can.
Commander.
Zero, scan.
Me, boy.
Build them all.
Piece of me, boy.
Get your SCVs for the battle cruisers.
How many of these freaking things there were, man? That's insane.
All crews
Oh, yeah.
report.
Can they?
Yeah, they can.
Jacked up.
Alright, so we're just gonna get a turret. Gonna make all this go away.
That sounds good.
Piece of me, boy.
Keeps happening.
And a couple more science vessels, actually. God, dude. insane.
That was pretty brutal.
Actually, kind of want ship plating for the constant ghost pinging, because the ghosts don't do that much damage. But...
Your forces are under attack.
God. Yep. So they're going. So this is the ghost area.
This is.
Let's call this.
Healing frequencies open.
Orders, Captain?
And you're already dead too. That's fine. I really think this should be enough here. Except they're gonna send more battle cruisers.
SCV good to go, sir.
Oh yeah, we're gonna have science vessels. I built another star instantly. We're gonna send this. It seems like this is the line right here.
SCV good to go, sir.
They attack this way.
Job's finished.
It's an actual hard mission, right?
Yeah,
Guys,
this actually requiring something of you.
well, more or less.
Pretty crazy.
SCV good to go, sir.
I'm gonna move all my defenses up this way.
Proceeding.
Have fun getting shot at by 5 tanks on the other
Want a
one.
piece of me, boy? You want a piece of me, boy?
SCV good to go, sir.
Give me something to shoot. Commander.
You can't respond to air otherwise.
More or less. Or at least you get a.
Greetings, Command.
You want a piece of me, boy? You want a piece of me, boy?
You got so many SCVs sitting
I
there.
read you.
Use those for repair.
Give me something to shoot.
Yes, sir.
Now let's stop.
Piece of me, boy.
SCV
You want
good
a
to go,
piece of me,
sir.
boy?
Weird little area, right? It's actually really good for ghosts, right? Because they were so hard to find and kill.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Orders, sir. Yes, sir. Identify target. SCV good to go, sir.
Piece of me, boy. You want a piece of me, boy?
Destination. Proceeding.
Okay, I think this area is secure.
Affirmative, sir.
SCV good to go, sir.
Operational. You want a piece of me, boy? You want a piece of me, boy? Cruiser operation.
Alright, we're firing on all cylinders here.
Cruise
I
report.
read you. SCV good to go, sir.
Receiving transmission.
Report for duty. Right away,
Good
sir.
day, Commander. Give me something to shoot.
SCV good to go, sir.
Jacked up and good to go. Give me something to shoot. Let's move.
We have enough
Orders,
for
Captain.
Jacked up and good to go.
Orders, Captain.
You want a piece of me, boy?
Should be pretty effective.
Upgrade complete.
This is good. Good to get going. Actually, what do I want? Ship, weapons, plate, or vehicle plates? I think ship plates.
You want a piece of me, boy?
Yeah, probably defense in general is good.
Oh yeah, friggin'
Receiving
EMPing
transmission.
on you.
haha! It's weird.
Healing frequencies open.
I'm disappointed in you, Mark.
You want a piece of me, boy?
Kind of want to have a squadron of wraiths just out and about, you know?
Sure. Who doesn't?
Upgrade complete.
That's a good point. Thanks.
I read you.
You always ground me.
You want a piece of me,
Yeah,
boy?
who doesn't?
Who doesn't want a couple of rates here
Battle
and there? You
cruiser
know?
operational.
Okay, up there. Oh yeah, I see these.
All crews reporting.
And your 4 battle cruisers.
Orders received.
Receiving transmission.
I only got 3.
You want a piece of me, boy? Outstanding.
Orders, Captain.
Turret. Alright. Now we're gonna fucking destroy the space. We're not gonna have to worry about all these. Actually, you know what I should do? I should push out left, grab this one. So then these guys are all secure, because I spent all this time building the defenses over here.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good point. You don't really need to push here,
Go
because I think you can
mine.
hold this for a while.
Healing
think so,
frequencies open.
Oh, who's that ghost?
Job's finished.
Oh, who's near me? Who's near me? Fucking paranoid now, ghost. Meanwhile, back in.
Orders, Captain.
Yeah, I could definitely see ghosts as being a good counter to battle cruisers, if they're microed well.
Yeah, lockdown seems really important.
Additional supply
Hey, I hit the
depots
supply cap.
required.
Yay, good for me.
Standing by. Go, go, go. Give me something to shoot.
Alrighty, so actually, what else
Standing
I'm gonna
by.
actually push
Rock
this
and roll.
with. I think I'll take my little battle cruiser fleet here.
Whoa, you have 6 battle cruisers?
It appears so. I got 2 more on the way.
That's
And,
pretty good. It's not bad.
I'm gonna use my little tanks here. Meanwhile,
Good day,
you guys
Commander.
here. You guys are doing great. What are defenses up here? We just have this.
You want to get a sighting
Okay.
channel for one time? You have no way to detect those battle cruisers.
ET. We're just gonna put up a bunch of missiles.
I can't build there. Report building, something's in the way. I read you.
Start building.
Reporting for duty.
Good. Alright. Okay, alright, I'm feeling relatively okay.
Reporting for duty. Orders received.
Range over there. This here. Okay. And now we're going to 3
Yes,
push
job's
west.
finished. Job's finished.
Here.
Orders, sir.
Do we have any other SCVs back in? I think we had one building
Yes, sir. Right away, sir. Destination.
and then we will have some
Wait,
Marine.
did that tank level up?
Level up?
Destination.
Oh, I just said Master Sergeant.
Yeah, no. Like this just starts a Commodore, right?
Operational.
Oops, and we'll have 5
Good
battle.
day, Commander.
Job's finished.
Got a bunch of them now.
Wow, just for the Western
Hailing
Assault?
frequencies
This is for
open.
the Western Front.
Take it
Wow,
slow.
that seems pretty good.
Engage.
Hope so. Call you 4.
Destination.
Tanks is 3. Marines 1.
Commander, jacked up and good to go. Give me something to shoot.
2,
Jacked up and
2,
good
3, and we need something.
Protection.
Yes, sir.
Oh, we need yeah, detector.
I read you.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
That's important. Let's get a good old science vessel.
All crews reporting. Take it slow.
Orders, Captain.
You're just
I read you.
depleted, guys. Or
Okay, one back on this. Thank you.
Reporting for duty. Orders, Captain. Roger that. Job's finished.
I'm actually fine. How much do you get? 1 a pop? Just by 1/3. Actually fine leaving them here just as SMSCVs on defense. Alright,
Orders,
0.
sir. Job's finished.
2. Well, they stopped attacking us.
Reporting for duty.
it's true. They probably have a certain number of folks they're kind of programmed to do.
Maybe.
Whoa.
Identify
target.
target. Absolutely. Shoot. Standing by. Let's move. Orders,
Good day,
sir.
Commander.
We got 4 battles.
Take it slow.
Standing by.
One of the things I really liked in, I think it was Red Alert 2, is that you could, like, garrison your Marines, which is basically like sieging your infantry.
Oh yeah, dude.
And that
they
was
turned into.
extremely good.
Yeah, I love that. That was actually too good.
Yeah, well, it
The
was too
GIs.
good. It was actually the easiest way for me to beat brutal computers was just to mass those guys.
Yeah,
Greetings, command.
easy. Alrighty, I have 6 tanks.
Your forces are under attack.
Standing by.
I think you're gonna get ghosted here.
Receiving
Get
transmission.
you ready to
Alright.
attack.
Ready to attack with my movement.
Standing by.
Call him Greg, ready to detect.
Hailing frequencies open.
Receiving headquarters.
Just one dude,
Actually,
standing
go
one.
radiate.
Yes, sir.
Cool.
No, I can't.
Let's roll.
I don't have radiate.
Oh, that would do it.
I'm trying to be quite careful with our plating.
Good
Battle
day,
cruisers never die. Alright,
Outstanding.
go!
All crews
Be just fine with
reporting.
the Marines.
Give me something to shoot.
Battle
Rock and roll. Yes, sir.
Hailing frequencies open.
Yes, sir. Give me something to shoot.
Good day, Commander.
Your forces are under attack.
Absolutely. Move it. Delighted to, sir. Standing by. Jacked up and good to go. Give me something to shoot. Commander, standing by.
Head on up.
Jacked up and good to go.
Attack.
Your forces are under attack.
Hailing frequencies open.
Oh, really? Right now? When you guys gonna do this?
You got it. Not a big. Oh, you got more coming.
DMPing.
Affirmative, sir. Jacked up and good to go.
Good day, Commander.
Give me something to shoot. Let's move. Outstanding. Jacked up and good to go. Give me
Your
something to
forces
shoot.
are under attack.
Transmit
Oh my god, they can't get him. Look at that. How did they drop him?
What?
They dropshipped him in.
Where did they put him?
Right here.
Oh my gosh. That is so strategic. Oh my
How
gosh.
the shit did they do that? That's remarkable, actually.
You're gonna want to put missiles there, I think.
Your forces are under attack.
Oh yeah, yeah. Oh no, no.
Frequencies open. Give me some issue. Give me some issue. Give me some
Not
issue.
controls, bro. Of course they had to attack right when I was attacking. Come on in, boys. Oh.
Good day, Commander. Commander, outstanding.
That's that.
Alright, we did it.
Receiving transmission.
Oh, that was fun. That was like an actual
Yeah.
stressful moment there.
Yeah, there was. You were having to fight those battles at once, man.
Yeah, more or less. I was proud of myself for seeing that ghost there. And tank siege. They are using drones. That's one thing I didn't think was going.
Your forces are under attack.
Take it slow. Make it happen.
Not very good.
All crews
Give another missile first.
take it slow.
Like it.
Standing by. Hailing frequencies open.
Alright.
Wow, you're
I think we
Marines,
mostly did it.
You have so many light weapons, though.
Yeah.
Hailing frequencies open.
Kill those so much. Oh my
Proceed.
god. Oh, shit.
Your
Yep,
forces
fast.
are under attack.
Let's move. Outstanding.
Orders, sir.
I think I brought my science vessels.
Excellent.
Excellent. Oh. Not much, I think.
Orders, sir.
Upgrade complete.
Good day, Commander.
Oh wow, space.
Receiving
What's those drones?
headquarters. Commencing.
Standing by.
Yes, sir.
Receiving
We
transmission.
have you on visual. Affirmative, sir.
I'm
Oh, yeah.
imagining there were 3 drops.
There were a bunch of dropships.
Receiving transmission.
Orders,
You probably should build some more Marines.
Yes, I will need Marines. First, where's the guy there? Where's the guy there? Swell. Didn't lose any tanks, I don't think. Back to cattle bruiser production. Should have been doing this whole time. That's the true, you know, and actually good.
headquarters.
Someone who's actually good would be able to.
Destination.
Continue producing all of that.
Piece of me, boy. You want a piece of me?
Can you guys not get back there? Oh,
Orders received.
they're so perfectly set.
Yes, sir. Orders received. Orders, sir. Yes, sir. Orders, sir.
Oh my god, no!
Yeah, right. It's amazing.
Your forces are under attack.
Defensive shockwave! Uh-oh. Oh my god, that's a lot of Marines. No, kill it. Kill it.
Did they drop a ghost on you again? Yep, there it is. Right there.
Yeah.
Your forces are under attack.
Good day, Commander.
Oh, I forgot I had battle like 3 fucking battles.
Receiving transmission.
Wow. So there's assaults on this side. Dude, that was a lot of Marines, man.
It was. Yeah, it took out a couple of your tanks.
Sure did.
That and the
Like
friggin'
the fact that I unsieged at the exact moment.
friggin' the elite ghost micro. What is this? It's like flying in with a dropship, drop a ghost,
I know.
and like
it's
with
not
perfect accuracy.
Good day, Commander.
Orders, sir.
Battle cruiser in operation. Commander, all crews report.
I mean, just think about what would be involved with what tactic off as a human being.
Yeah,
You
it's a
drop
lot
the
of
ghost,
clicks.
then you have to select the ghost, then you have to tell the ghost where to EMP
Yeah, that's a
in
lot
like
of
a
clicks.
short amount of time.
It's a lot of clicks.
Yes, sir. Right away, sir.
I don't want any more tanks.
Yeah, I think that makes sense.
Hailing frequencies open.
Tank, tank, tank.
I'm just gonna keep on doing this, man. I don't see a problem with building more battle cruisers.
I
Right?
don't think that's going to be an issue.
No,
No.
I don't think we're right. You've been confused for a very long time.
Too
though.
many battle cruisers.
I'm just gonna go ahead.
Jacked up and good to go.
Always more marines.
We're
And we're
actually
almost
gonna be
out of
out of
minerals. Shit.
Yes, sir.
How did that happen? You just need.
I've been long range
It's a
mining.
long. Yeah, that is a long range.
Ready to roll out.
You want a piece of
Don't
me,
need gas as much now.
You want a
No, stop. No.
report for duty? Yes,
Oh,
sir.
yeah, okay, well, I
Makes
guess,
sense why you're
we're
also
gonna go
confused,
home.
but
Reporting for duty.
We're going home for the day. I've got
Yeah.
a wife and kids I want to see.
Receiving transmission. You want a piece of me, boy?
Identify target.
I'm gonna repair it. These bunkers actually saved my life. A lot of those marines got through,
Oh yeah.
and the bunkers actually were able to do well.
Ready to roll out.
You want a piece of me, boy?
Good. Get there.
Yes, sir.
Everyone go back.
Orders, Captain. Did I read
You might be low on SCVs too. I don't know if we've lost any, but
You want a piece of me,
goes.
boy?
No.
Yes, sir.
Future ghost drops.
Battle cruiser operational.
The battle cruiser.
Battle cruiser's still
Battle
going.
cruiser operational.
Navigating
Yep,
minerals.
wrong one. Oh, I got more right here too.
I read you.
I think it'll definitely help me closer.
Add-on
Yes,
complete.
suck now.
Yes, sir. Job finished. Orders received.
I think we got everything out, right?
Good day, Commander.
Strengthen the fleet up here.
Frequencies open.
Oh my gosh. You have 7 battle cruisers.
Absolutely.
Yes, sir.
Actually, those
Did we
guys
ever destroy all
mine,
this? We
huh?
did, good.
Orders,
You're gonna have
sir.
these guys mined?
Delighted to, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. I read you. Reporting for duty.
A lot of minerals here, actually.
Jacked up and good to go.
Yes, sir. Orders, sir.
Okay. Actually, wow, our tanks were like really unstable. Eastern assault, or the western assault.
Yeah.
Make it happen.
Gotta repair our battle cruisers a tiny bit. You're obviously fine. Alright, I think we're pretty much done. You know what we're gonna do? One time.
Just one time.
We're gonna save
it one time.
Orders, Captain.
3 hops this time.
Reporting for duty.
Identify target.
Job finished.
Orders, sir.
Just
Identify target. Delighted
Padding.
to, sir.
I'm
Absolutely.
so confused.
might actually work.
Reporting for duty.
You know what, guys?
I read you.
I'm sure.
Affirmative.
Sorry.
Right away,
Can
sir.
make it out of
Orders,
it.
sir.
Promise.
Moving.
Oh, these guys might have glitched.
Proceeding.
They're like literally
Delighted
inside.
to, sir.
Yeah, they had conflicting move orders.
Yes,
I
sir.
was so
Yes,
confused.
sir.
Identify target.
I see. The turret's fucked
Orders,
it up.
sir. Destination.
Almost guarantee it, 'cause this guy can't get out.
Orders received.
Yes,
Oh, sorry,
sir.
soldier.
Destination. Delighted to, sir.
Orders, Captain.
Identify target. Delighted
Wait, what?
to, sir.
How the frick did we get back here?
Destination. Moving. Identify target. Proceeding. Orders,
You didn't
sir.
have turret.
It might be the turret.
You didn't have guys siege there.
Absolutely.
Maybe that's it.
Destination.
Right there.
Yes, sir.
I guess I have to do it the correct order, don't I?
Delighted
There
to,
we go.
sir. Orders, sir. Identify target. Delighted to,
Need.
sir.
Reporting for duty.
I don't know how to drive a tank. I just sit in it. Okay.
Kinda. Whew.
Yes, sir.
All crews report.
Reporting for duty.
Go, yo.
Go build another couple battle cruisers.
Thank you. No, I was supply blocked.
Oh, you are.
SCV good to go, sir. Orders, Captain.
Soon I'm gonna be supply blocked on CVs actually. Anything else I can research? How are we doing over here? Yes, we can. I'm gonna finally take you guys
I
out.
read you. SCV good to go, sir.
They're on an exhausted geyser.
Yes,
Worth
sir.
it. Could be worth the food. Now I'm running low on food, you know?
Right.
Commander.
I want them to attack again.
SCV good to go,
Additional
sir.
supply depot required.
Bring it.
They seem to know when you're vulnerable, so maybe try unsieging your tank.
Proceeding.
They're gonna
Seems
attack
like
here
a-
next time with like 10 battle cruisers.
Yeah, exactly.
Moving. Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Moving.
SCV
Nope, you're fine. Alright, no, don't worry. Just don't forget to say anything. No, it's okay. It's fine. You're,
Okay, alright,
no,
I'll
no,
go
alright,
the
just
other way.
go to the other side of the map.
Alright.
Alright.
Brilliant.
We're just gonna come get that. We're gonna have you on the ground here.
SCV, good to go, sir. Orders, Captain?
Alright, mineral production is coming to that. And 2 more.
I think you gotta make a move here, man.
Yeah.
Receiving headquarters. Destination.
You're doing great.
I'm
You
good.
have ridiculous map control.
Jacked up and good to go.
Alrighty. Oh yeah. So send you guys.
SCV, good to go, sir.
Commander, let's move.
Get all the Marines out here.
Give me some of this shit.
Come on, boy. I'm just gonna actually, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna do mine.
Scout with your Marines and then attack with your tanks?
No, what do I have to do to win this mission?
I'll take out that cannon.
Take out the ion.
Take out the cannon. So, are you just gonna
Not
nuke
destroy
it?
the white base.
Are you just gonna nuke it?
Oh, that'd be fun. Maybe I should do that.
Were you just gonna get Yamato with all your battle cruisers?
No, but I was just gonna not destroy the white base.
Oh, yeah,
Right, so we
sure.
don't have to.
Yes,
Could be
sir.
a lot of base in there, though. I'm just saying. You don't know what's to the north.
Absolutely.
I don't think we need this many battle.
Good day, Commander.
I definitely think you
Orders,
do.
sir.
Receiving
I'm gonna
transmission.
take one out and move him to this fleet.
Set a course.
I definitely think you do.
I really do. I really do. Okay, you
Receiving
4 for
transmission.
you. Congratulations, welcome 4. Hey, more minerals. Cool, good to know. We could also just Uber Yamato it too. That'd be fun. Or
Like, literally, how many battle cruisers do you have right now? You have a full set of 12? That would
Set a
be fun.
course.
that would be cool actually.
I think.
I might be close. We're going to build another what? Physics center? No, science center with physics on it.
Why?
Or covert ops.
Do you get ghosts?
Yep, just have ghosts. We're gonna have at the same time. I won't have to keep my going back and forth.
I read you.
There's the dude. We've got the resources.
I can't build there.
Supply depot land. You can see an entire base of supply depots. Alright, let's see. Look at all the ugly people.
Orders, sir.
Really so ugly.
Absolutely.
Receiving transmission.
Eldritch.
We do.
Yes, sir.
And I'm just gonna build barracks.
I read you.
Why not? I'm doing an income.
You're doing fine. I mean, you're considering you only have 20 left in your population gap. You're doing fine.
Sure. Alright, expensive. Got 1. Only 1. 2.
SCV, good to go, sir.
Good.
Up and good to go.
And
Reporting for duty.
mining. We're gonna do covert ops. And go check the armory. That's
So is this the last?
SCV, good to go.
upgrade
Finally.
literally everything. Alright. Everybody's an upgrade. Good. Oh, our nuke's silent. Shit! We're gonna do
Reporting.
What?
Set a course.
You're gonna blow up some supply depots?
Yeah. So
Affirmative.
then you'd be able to go to command center right here with our nuke.
Reporting for duty.
No, that's stupid. That's stupid. That's stupid. I have plenty.
Orders, Captain.
That is stupid. Feel bad. Feel bad.
Reporting for duty. Right away, sir. I read you.
You're gonna just drop.
Destroy Team Alpha, baby. All these upgrades, mother. Effort.
It sounds
Such
weird when
strong
you just say
language.
mother.
Yeah, you're right. That
Research
we're also gonna
complete.
hit the supply cap
Yep.
for sure. But not with this guy.
No.
Good day, Commander.
I feel like he's been good to us. We'll,
Engage.
Let him live.
yeah, we'll let him live.
This is Jimmy.
Jimmy!
James Rayner, how are you?
Someone call for an exterminator indeed, my friends.
Someone call for an exterminator.
Transmit orders.
Exterminator. Well, they've pretty much given up, it seems. So that's nice. Oh,
Yeah, that does make it easier.
yeah, sorry. Oh, 5.
Why are you selling some of your battle cruisers over there?
Oh, I had to blow up this, this guy.
Oh, good to you.
Yeah.
Research complete. Upgrade complete.
That guy's gonna have some story to tell his kids.
Yeah. So then they sent a whole fleet of battle cruisers, and they are gonna
Blew up
shoot
the
me.
building I was
And they-
standing next to.
yeah.
They
Good
left
thing
me
explosions
alive,
mean nothing. got a little strike team there. That's good.
Destination, identify target, orders served.
Give me some of
Good
this
job,
shit.
Marine.
Destination,
Blocked your single thing.
orders served. Proceeding. Orders served.
Receiving headquarters.
Destination,
Good. And that is the last one we need right there.
Exterminator.
All crews reporting.
No one called for an exterminator. You're just trying to say the coolest thing you can think of.
Are you really gonna go with you have all 5?
Definitely.
Upgrade.
Alright, do we got everything?
We have everything.
Control towers, that's done. Nope, we don't have Vulture Spire Mines, Mark.
Oh, gotta get
Don't tell me we have everything. That's how fast Jimmy is. Woo!
Oh my gosh.
And the last one from the armory, that's done. The academy's done. And
Alright, Greg, just do it.
Let's
in there.
obsidian.
I know, but it's the last mission.
Alright, fine.
Good day, Commander.
Okay.
Take it slow.
Commander, standing by. Jacked up and good
Alright,
to go.
see the render.
Not enough energy.
Whoa, what is that by there? What is that? Oh, it's a
Drop ship on top of the way.
Upgrade complete.
How do we even get over here? Oh my god, do we have to drop ship in? Oh no, that's the
Research
worst!
complete.
Just BC it.
We might be able to go this way. Nope. Yeah, we're gonna have to battle cruisers. So. Alright, watch this. They're coming. See how our tanks do.
Good day, Commander.
See how our
Set the
6
course.
battle cruisers do.
Take it slow.
We have a lot of Goliaths, so you want to launch your battle cruisers.
Yeah.
You model them.
Good for
Crews
my-
reporting. Good day,
That's
Commander.
gonna set them all up. Wow, that was a sad
Oh, they got
assault.
one,
Receiving transmission. Engage.
Oh, they got more.
Oh, and they're just reinforcing. Wow.
Wow, alright, well. Now I feel kind of silly, not gonna
Give me
lie.
something to shoot.
God, if anyone's watching this and they know this mission, they're gonna, like,
Go, go,
literally
go.
punch their eyes out. Punch their eyes out. That's what they're gonna do.
That is extreme.
Woohoo!
Jacked up and good to go.
So this is gonna be the same all the way up, isn't it?
Commander, give me something to shoot.
I feel sheepish.
Roll. Go, go, go. Let's move.
We can, but,
Go, go. Let's move.
wow, yeah, look at that.
Commander,
Was there a base here? No, there wasn't.
give me something to shoot.
Oh,
Just a
dang,
shit ton of
that's
minerals.
A lot of minerals.
Commander,
We did find this mineral patch, but oh wow,
give me
yeah.
something to shoot.
Well, at least we're not gonna run out of minerals. That's good.
Standing by. Jacked up and good to go. Give me something to shoot.
Oh, and
Jacked
base.
up and good to go. Let's
No,
move.
it's just the other way over. Wow. All right. Well,
Jacked up and good to go.
you know what? We're just gonna leave. Leave you guys here. No, no,
All
stop that.
crews reporting.
Bad battle cruisers. Very
Take
bad
it
battle.
slow.
And we got. All right. Well, I'm just gonna build out battle cruisers, and then we're gonna do a full-on Yamato assault.
I mean, how many more do you really need?
At least one.
Insufficient
Oh, we're out
Vespene
of gas.
gas.
Shit. Why are we out of gas? No, it's gas in the gun so much. Oh, it's depleted too. Oh,
Yeah.
thanks. Oh well.
What about the other one, the one to the west? Isn't that one still going?
Oh yeah, here it is. Uh-oh.
No, there's also the blade.
Oh, it is. Oh wow. Game's getting angry with us. Oh, because I researched everything.
Your forces are under attack.
Nope, not you. Alright, oh shit, they're 3-3, just like me.
Outstanding.
Super not cool. And we're out of minerals. Alright, I think that's it actually, man. I think we're just
All
gonna do it
crews reporting.
and hope.
Good day,
Yeah, I don't know
Commander.
why it's pushing like that.
Hailing frequencies open.
No, actually, we don't want this last battle cruiser.
What do you want instead? Sure. Oh, for the ghosts.
Ghosts. Yeah.
Graphics card issue, I guess.
Good day, Commander. Hailing frequencies open. All crews reporting. Make it 10.
Oh man, I really wanted to get to.
Set course. Take it slow. Engage.
There's be too many things.
Take it slow.
I don't know. Usually this goes away, just happens briefly.
second.
No.
No?
Can I take your order?
In a cage.
No?
And make it happen.
Well,
Set a course.
oh shit.
Take it slow.
I'm listening. Put yourselves in, boys. I copy that.
Nice.
In transit, HQ.
Receiving
Wait,
transmission.
how many do you almost have 12? You
I have 11.
Oh my
No,
god.
no, we can save. We'll get 12 just for round number here.
Yeah, of course.
Still kind of sad we're not gonna hit pop cap. Actually, we can.
Yes, sir.
Moving here.
Affirmative.
You want a piece of me, boy? You want a piece of me, boy?
Almost gonna mine off this map, my friend.
Reporting for duty. Roger that.
Now we lost the comp center.
You want a piece of me, boy? You want a piece of me?
Alright.
Scouting to see what their anti-air looks like.
Good day, Commander.
Yeah, we already kind of saw it.
Receiving transmission.
If anybody sees this, it's on the other base, it's just gonna wet them.
Go ahead, HQ.
You want a piece of me, boy?
Keep on going Marines, baby. Marines still die.
Transmit orders.
Reporting for duty. Yes, sir. Orders received.
You all
You
get
want a piece of me, boy?
right here. Uh-oh.
Piece of me,
It's on
boy?
the hills. Oh, go down.
Affirmative. Job's finished. I read you. Affirmative.
Oh, have you been going all the way across the map?
Orders, Captain?
You want a piece of me,
Where's mine?
boy? You want a piece of me,
Yes.
boy?
Cruiser operational.
Did it.
Take it slow.
Oh, we never built a nuke. Get that nuke out. So stupid that we have another nuke zone.
Give me something to shoot.
Alright, last
Pop
one.
cap.
Commander,
Did it.
outstanding.
You guys go over there. Take your time, though. Oh my god, we did it, man.
They've really kind of rolled over at this point.
Yeah, I think we
You
I
want
think
a piece
so.
of me,
With 12
boy?
battle cruisers.
Rock and roll.
Wish they could just GG out. That'd be nice.
Commander, jacked up and good to go.
Another nuke.
Insufficient Vespene gas.
Reporting for duty.
Not for long.
Yes, sir.
That's what she said.
Reporting for duty.
Oh, we don't have. Wait, we don't have lockdown.
We don't have lockdown. I know. We gotta wait.
What? Get lockdown.
I'm going.
Oh, you
need
need the
gas,
gas.
man.
You need the gas. Sorry. I didn't realize. I thought we had everything.
Nope.
Nuclear missile ready.
What was it? Oh, nuclear missile. We got one nuke here. We have one nuke here, actually.
We can't use
So we can't use. And then we're going to have one nuke.
How much health does this thing have?
A nuke? No, the ion cannon.
The ion cannon.
Good trip.
Is that a lot?
I don't know, actually. How much does a
All
nuke do?
crews
How much does the
report.
Amata cannon do?
150. Oh, that's,
No, that's the energy that it takes. Fine.
I think we'll be able to take it out.
I just really want to research everything in the Terran Tech tree before we're done.
Okay.
I apologize to everyone watching. This is the way I play games.
Go ahead, Commander.
Alright, you got the gas now for that.
Alright, now we almost have the gas for another nuke. We're gonna have 3 nukes ready, and then we can go.
Alright.
You having fun?
Yep.
You sure? Seems like you kind of hate me.
I'm just saying, we could have been done.
Forces are under
Oh,
attack.
interesting. 8 nukes take supply?
No, you're at 199.
Oh my god.
Hailing
Oh
frequencies.
gosh.
Really? Now you decide to attack? You know, we're gonna counter with our own ghosts. Some...
I copy that.
Seems like a bad idea.
Hang on, we're in for some jobs.
No, this is a good idea.
Reporting for
Always
duty.
fire from the end. Name it. Real ghost.
Your
Go
forces
ahead,
are under
HQ.
attack.
In the 555.
Go ahead,
Good work,
HQ.
boys.
Ghost reporting.
Well, maybe we didn't need all the battle. Oh, there's 10 drops over.
Your forces are under attack.
You have disappointed me for the last time.
Go ahead, HQ.
Yep, they managed to get a ghost off with their crazy micro strats. You gotta drop your ghost again.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah, nice.
I'm listening.
well, we lost 7 SCVs.
Destination?
Oh, nice. Now we have enough to build them a nuke.
Oh, yeah, perfect. What?
Oh, it needs
we need
8.
one. We need. Alright. No, you don't.
I read you. Orders received.
You served your country well.
We need you to die.
Raiders, baby. Wow, so that's all the SCVs we have. Where's the SCV that we had doing supply stuff? Whatever. Doesn't matter.
Maybe that was him.
Not important. That would be
Faithful.
so sad.
Receiving
I'm gonna
headquarters.
have to go over here because they're attacking that shit.
Identify target.
Commander, rock and roll.
Good work. Alright,
Receiving transmission.
you guys are one.
All crews reporting.
Input coordinates. Strap yourself in, boys.
3. You guys
Finally.
Those instant loadings, not instant unloading.
Input coordinates.
All crews
In transit,
reporting.
HQ.
Take it slow.
I'm listening. In the bye.
Receiving transmission.
Receiving crazy assault.
Good day, Commander.
I said good day, sir.
Take it slow.
All back.
You're gonna
Oh no, not all of them.
use all your Yamatos on that.
Receiving transmission.
Oh, you gotta go.
Set a course. Hailing frequencies open.
Yo,
Make it happen.
shit.
Engage.
It wouldn't even let me select that one. That's
Make it happen. Set a
See, I was
course.
out of my command.
Yeah.
Take it slow.
3.
I'm listening. Buckle up.
Your forces are under attack.
You got it.
Strap yourself in,
Receiving
boys.
transmission.
Mamma mia. Here we Oh no.
Lead with the drop
Yeah.
ship. Bold strategy. It's gonna take a little bit to wear off.
God, that takes forever.
Hailing frequencies open.
I'm gone.
Really? You already dropped them off.
Never know what hit 'em.
You can't go that way.
I'm here. Ghost reporting.
All you gotta do.
I'm gone.
Nuclear launch
Right
detected.
it was.
Hailing frequencies open.
Come on, boys.
Receiving transmission.
Still locked.
Set a course. Take it slow.
I don't even know why I'm
Set a
doing
course.
shit. Too much battle cruisers. Hey,
All
welcome back to
crews
the party.
reporting.
Oh, I missed the nuke. Oh no.
You.
The nuke flew it out.
Hailing frequencies open.
All that work.
Well, Strike Team Alpha succeeded in their very first mission.
They dropped a nuke on a missile turret that was already gonna die anyway.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Those guys. Yep. Mark, I think I could have won earlier.
Get out of here. You're not even trying to win right now. Just go for the ion
Still
cannon.
more stuff.
Make it happen.
Okay.
Set a course.
Wait.
Make it
Cut the amount. Click. Click.
Set a course.
Your forces are under attack.
Oh, now they're attacking.
I mean, it was a wraith. I think you probably could have held them off.
I think they were waiting for me to attack. Alright, man, we did it.
Well done.
57 APM.
That's pretty good.
Lost 100. Hey, I lost as much as Alpha in the Elite Guard.
Wow.
And resources. And lost.
Interesting.
Lost
So,
the building.
so those were the Sons of Coral, and you're the formal.
Yeah. Former Colonial. With access to a full fleet of battle cruisers.
Yeah, right.
So that's the problem
Doing
with
pretty well.
some of these, right? Is that we talk about like supposed to be this breakout, just get the ion cannon, then we can get out of here, as opposed to like murder everyone. Which
Oh
we very
yeah,
much could have.
build an elite force of
Yeah,
battle
yeah,
cruisers.
tanks and. All right. Interesting. Well, I didn't use every unit.
All right, I want to see.
Coronation of Arcturus next. First Terran Emperor.
Oh my gosh.
United Nations Network.
Fellow Terrans, I come to you in the wake of recent events to issue a call to reason. Let no human deny the perils of our time. While we battle one another, divided by the petty strife of our common history, the tide of a greater conflict is turning against us, threatening to destroy all that we have accomplished. It is time for us as nations and as individuals to set aside our long-standing feuds and unite. The tides of an unwinnable war are upon us, and we must seek refuge upon higher ground lest we be swept away by the flood. The Confederacy is no more. Whatever semblance of unity and protection it once provided is a phantom, a memory. With our enemies left unchecked, who will you turn to for protection? The devastation wrought by the alien invaders is self-evident. We have seen our homes and communities destroyed by the calculated blows of the Protoss. We have seen firsthand our friends and loved ones consumed by the nightmare Zerg. Unprecedented and unimaginable though they may be, these are the signs of our time. The time has come, my fellow Terrans, to rally to a new banner. In unity lies strength. Already many of the dissident factions have joined us. Out of the many, we shall forge an indivisible whole, capitulating only to a single throne. And from that throne, I shall watch over you. From this day forward, let no human make war upon any other human. Let no Terran agency conspire against this new beginning, and let no man consort with alien powers. And to all the enemies of humanity, seek not to bar our way, for we shall win through, no matter the cost.
Okay.
You're really good.
That was a good speech, but he's Emperor now, so...
Hey, man. So that is
Terran.
Rebel Yell.
Wow.
So assuming so it didn't say anything about Jim and if he got away.
Yeah, exactly. It's ironic to call it Rebel Yell when, like...
Well, it was. The whole thing was the rebellion against the Confederacy, but then, of
It
course,
turned into the new Confederacy.
Yeah, but now we're the
basically.
new rebels.
That's a good point. Yeah,
Jimmy.
okay, yeah, Jim's like the rebel of the rebels.
Right,
Yeah.
and the colonial magistrate that we were as the player.
Right. That's a good point.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
But, so yeah, dude, that's a really good piece of propaganda there at the end.
Oh, yeah.
Even talking about, like, using outside threats to unify a nation, that actually happens.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
how dictators solidify power. That's how all of the half-truths that he said, and the fact that he was the instigator and all of the atrocities that he's done, obviously utilizing the Zerg in the back end.
Right, and like, oh, look
as
at what they've
attack.
done to us after I planted these beacons on
totally.
our own people.
So that's dang good. So again, we come back to themes of a little bit of reality, a little bit of maturity, a realistic picture of how a Confederacy would fall and something would rise to take its place, particularly in the face of overwhelming Xeno powers. Xenophobia being literal in this case. So that's the bones of the story, right? This was a little bit of political intrigue, a good guy becoming bad as a character arc, Jim finding his own identity outside of anything, and becoming his own free agent, the relationship between Jim and Kerrigan, which Kerrigan's loss to the Zerg, Arcturus' betrayal, and eventual rise to power of the humans. And setting up very well the Zerg and the Protoss. Now we've seen both of them, we've seen kind of the power of both of them. I have no idea what they're doing or why they're doing it. And even that cutscene, talked about that, the fact that, like, the Protoss have been this really singular force that's destroying homes, and the Zerg are this overwhelming thing, and we have to fight against them. So when you were talking about, in the first part, how you wanted to see an opening of the story, outside of just the little 5 Terran characters that we had doing politics and Sons of Korhal against the Confederacy, well, we're about to do that, right? And even that cutscene, oh my god, the cutscene was able to do that in terms of, it didn't just talk about the Terrans, it talked about it in the context of the larger world and how now they have to unite against this greater threat. So actually, it's good writing. I think it's good story block building. I think that's by far the best cinematic we've seen.
Yes, yeah, I do think so. And it seemed the most like relevant. Like it wasn't just a throwaway like joke.
Yeah. Like the shot of like when he, because like I take that as like a coronation video, right, that he sent out as propaganda.
Right.
And the shot of like we've lost so much in the human arm with the cigarette drifting through the screen. Like it's great. It's good. It's quality propaganda. But
now,
yeah. So what do you? Let's get some fresh hot takes.
One thing I'll note is that it feels, even from the campaign, like these forces are evenly matched.
Okay.
Which I think is interesting.
Yeah.
Like it doesn't feel to me like, oh, well, the forces are going to Protoss are going to crush us.
Okay.
Like it actually does feel like we have a chance. Mm-hmm. So I think it's important because obviously we do actually have a chance, like in game.
Right. Yeah, absolutely.
The races are fairly evenly matched.
And that was something we talked about as being slightly difficult, which was the feeling of getting the correct level of power into a mission, which actually I will also maintain Starcraft 2 will be much better.
Okay.
In terms of giving you the sense and the fantasy of what you are as opposed to a larger universe. In this case, right, it felt like we could just overwhelm and destroy everything.
Right.
As a tiny little rebel group of a rebel group, you know?
Right. Yeah, it doesn't seem like we should really have the ability to construct 12 battle cruisers.
Not really. Or a fleet, anyway, but... and then the other thing I was going to say was, yeah, so pay attention to two big things, which is the characters introduced here, their arcs, even in this low mini campaign, and then where they're going to go in the future of these campaigns. One, and then two, reasons to fight, right? That's what we were talking about with RTSs. You have a really clear reason why everyone would be fighting everyone at this point, right? A little bit less with the Terrans, and he's supposed to have united everyone under the Dominion. But all three people are here, all three races are apparently at odds. And there's a very organic and natural reason why all three of these people would be.
What happened to General Duke? Did he die?
No.
So that seemed weird that we never saw anything more about him.
Yeah, last we saw of him was when we... Well, I know it was in the briefing on the last mission. It says General Duke managed to bring the ion cannon online.
Okay.
And that was it. But yeah, it's interesting that we didn't see... Like, he would have been a great final boss character sort of thing. Or, like, we had to assault Dukes. I mean, we did. That was the Alpha Squadron that he led. But he wasn't on the map. So there should have been, like, the NORAD that we could have found and destroyed, maybe.
Yeah, that would
and then had a discussion between Jim and Duke. But they wanted to use him for future stuff. So, he's still around.
Sure. Okay.
Assumedly, right?
Right,
They would kill him. Or either A, they forgot about him, or he's going to play a role later on. Mm-hmm. So currently we pretty much have Jimmy, Mensk, Duke, the Magistrate, who wasn't really a character, he was us.
Right.
But he's with Jimmy. Kerrigan, who's dead. He's fine.
Yeah, I think that's
Economy
it.
Magistrate, kind of 4, actually.
Yeah.
Well, we'll say pretty much 4 voice-acted characters.
Do you count the like little machine thing?
The adjutant? No.
Yeah.
No. That's just a placeholder.
An exposition bot?
Basically. Yeah. Alright, you want to do the first Zerg?
Let's hop right in.
Let's do some Zerg, man.
Dive right in.
Yes! I love Zerg, my favorite. They're a direction I always favorite.
Alright.
Whenever I play anything sci-fi or fantasy, I don't like playing as humans.
What is the point?
The Swarm have crushed the meager human resistance and laid waste to 9 of the 13 Terran worlds.
Dang.
Remember you saying about everyone feeling equal?
Yeah.
They weren't supposed to.
Okay.
Shortly after the fall of the Terran capital world, Tarsonis, the main Protoss fleet abandoned the Terran sector. Remember they deployed, which was kind of stupid, but they did.
Yeah.
And then they left. Offered to continue on Tarsonis to weed out the remaining Protoss forces.
Interesting.
So the Protoss left and didn't take everyone with them. God, that sucks.
Awaken, my child, and embrace the glory that is your birthright. Know that I am the Overmind, the eternal will of the Swarm, and that you have been created to serve me. Behold that I shall set you amongst the greatest of my cerebrates, that you might benefit from their wisdom and experience. Yet your purpose is unique. While they carry forth my will to the innumerable broods, you have but one charge entrusted to your care. For I have found a creature that may yet become the greatest of my agents. Even now, it resides within a protective chrysalis, awaiting its rebirth into the Swarm. You must watch over the chrysalis and ensure that no harm comes to the creature within it. Go now. And keep safe my prize.
Alright, so, real quick. one thing on the end of the Terran one too. It ends with a technical victory, but a bittersweet, right? Failure,
Right, yeah.
in large part. Raynor escaped, but Kerrigan's dead. Mex became ruler,
Right.
and the Dominion. So the end of the campaign actually ends with not a great thing.
Right.
Second, this appears actually. This just kind of looks like the old Terran screen, but Zergified, right?
Yes, it does.
And which is great. Super grimdark. The Overmind has a great voice. That was cool.
Yeah, I mean, right away it feels much more isolated.
Yeah.
Just like, I don't know. It really, the fact that he was talking to me is like, I'm the Overmind. Like, I kind of do everything. So just listen to me.
Listen to me.
I don't know. I feel like that really set the tone for like, well, I'm just a pawn.
Yep. Yeah.
It wasn't. There was no attempt to try to make me anything. I guess there was a little bit of flattery of like, I'm going to do something special with you, which is, I guess, a little bit weird for an Overmind, but.
Well, I think we're just being honest.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we're a Cerebrit, which is kind of the only Zerg personalities in this form. There's the Overmind, and then the Cerebrits are kind of the one step under that. They command the brutes, and they each have a specific purpose. So we're a brand new one that was created specifically to take care of this crystals.
Okay.
Alrighty.
I wonder what's in the crystal list.
Do you not know?
Hatchery is the heart of any Zerg colony. It spontaneously generates larvae, which in turn are used to spawn your various warriors and minions.
Okay.
I'll explain this.
Now, create a drone and start gathering
Oh, so we're gonna do
resources.
full on. So click on your hatchery. Yep. Larva. Yes.
Oh.
Spawn more overlords. We require more minerals.
Oh, we're gonna have to mine for Zerg. Nope, Zerg one.
These.
So those are your main creatures. Nope, that's a larva. So drones are these guys.
Oh.
There you go. Nope, that's a spawn.
Control for
Minerals.
your minions. As your forces grow in number, you must hatch more overlords to
So
control.
overlords are your supply depots. So again, Zerg are
To
unique.
create new warrior strains, you must generate the various hive structures. The drones themselves mutate into these structures. Never use your last drone to make a building.
That's gas. Like minerals are going real slow here.
That one's got the chrysalis.
Oh.
So it can't do
yes,
anything.
crystal.
Or maybe it can. I don't know. So yeah, so the only unit you produce out of, building you produce out of is the hatchery for Zerg, right? Hatcheries are so important. They just spontaneously create the larva, you see how many larvae you got, and then
Require more minerals.
so on and so forth. You don't need another overlord.
Well, I'm building one anyway. Aha.
Got me.
Require more minerals.
No, you can't.
What?
No, you were just on it.
Require more minerals.
Working on it, guys.
The Overmind speaks to us. So click on a building. It's any building. So we get the Overmind as our. Remember we used to have the adjective.
It's always the Overmind.
Yep, not always the Overmind.
No, that's not always the Overmind.
Nope, that's the Overlord. Our supply.
Is he just gonna
They
mine
look
automatic?
way creepier as Oh yeah, dude. The old ones look way worse. We're staring. Are they not mining?
They are. It's just they all want to mine the same mineral patch.
That's weird.
No, this guy's just not mining.
Oh yeah, you're a chrysalis dude. So
Now, order your drone to become a spawning pool. You'll notice that structures can
I'm
only
working
implant
through
themselves upon the creep.
yeah.
I guess because I had the resources for it, that just happened.
No, that shouldn't happen. You should
You
have to hit
can
it every
make
time.
creep colonies to extend the creep, but only a hatchery can be built upon open ground.
Okay, so I can move these guys into what now? A hatchery?
I believe it told you to make a spawning pool,
Spawning pool.
which you already have.
Require more minerals.
Wait, go to your objectives. Because you already have a spawning pool.
You already have a spawning pool.
Nope. Oh, it's got Hitman.
Yep,
Oh, it is. All right. Make another spawning pool.
All right.
Spawning pool lets you build zerglings. It's always gonna be the first
Require
thing.
more minerals.
The barracks.
Kind of. Except you don't produce anything out of it, right?
Yeah, that is.
Oh, it's Zerg Beacon. Oh, that's not a spawning
No,
pool.
it's spawning.
That's a recolored spawning pool. Watch what the spawning pool looks like when it comes out.
Oh, okay.
It'll look like that, but green. So your drones aren't mining?
Yes. I should build a creep.
You require more minerals.
You got enough creep. Cool.
Are those the things that like stab into the ground? And
They can be. They'll be upgraded into those. So first you start with just a normal one. This is going to be called Creep Colony. You can upgrade it into a click on the other one you already have.
You require more minerals.
This one?
Yep. Sunken or Spore.
Oh,
Sunken Colony will require a spawning pool. That'll be the stabby one. Attacks ground. And then the Spore Colony will take... You'll require like basically an engineering bay. It's called an evolution chamber.
okay.
See? Like, it's almost the...
Yeah, here's this.
So these individual buildings that let you build units will have upgrades for that unit. So that's the Zergling building. The Zergling upgrades come from that.
Okay.
You can put extractors on...
I am Zaz. I too am a cerebrate of the Overmind. I have located a small band of Terrans who could threaten the Chrysalis and the Hive Cluster. You must not allow them to leave here alive.
So we probably want more hatcheries, right? Because we just don't have enough larvae coming out.
Eventually, yes. So that's the next step will be a macro hatch. That's, your non-main hatchery that just exists to make larvae.
Oh, I see.
Starcraft 2 will solve this problem in an interesting and I think clever way,
Okay.
which will add a new mechanic to get more larvae out of the single.
Oh my gosh.
Yay, Zergling! Overwhelm them! So extractors are unique in that they do not require creep, like hatcheries. I believe in StarCraft 2 they do require creep. Or no, you can build them, but they'll die off of creep. Like every Zerg building, if it loses creep, will begin to lose health.
Right.
Also, creep will give you health regen to your units while on it, and faster move speed. So creep is very, very helpful.
Why are the minerals going so slow?
You only have 3 people mining.
I'm gonna keep building miners, but I guess I'm always losing workers. So.
Well, you keep on building buildings, remember?
Right.
Which is annoying for Zerg, but yeah. Zerg require a drone to morph into a building. I don't know why they decide to do that. Another thing that I feel different about, which is resource gathering. I actually enjoy the super atypical non-linear balance where different things need different resources. So remember the... I guess even the goo... I guess you always need the same amount of resources. It just feels very similar for them to get gas and minerals, but...
Yeah, that does feel very similar. I think you kind
of a necessary evil, I guess.
Yeah, because like you want to have your players competing over the same resources.
That's a good point. So let's click on your hatch again.
Zerglings, I guess?
Up to you. Zerglings come 2 at a time. So that's unique in that... dude, so that automatically will use all of your larvae, huh?
I'm not doing anything special.
I know. But when you clicked on drone, it built 3 drones.
Yep.
Because you only had 3 larvae. It's so interesting. Anyway, Zerglings will build 2 at a time. So 1 egg produces 2 Zerglings.
I see.
The only thing that does that. Makes them a lot easier to mass. It does make Zerg macros slightly easier in that you can just bind your hatch to 1 button, right?
Oh, sure.
Remember, it's a lot harder in that you needed to bind 1 building per per key binding. You'll definitely attack you with Zerglings, right? Because they can only fight melee. So you always want
That's attack movie.
8. But not clicking on a unit. important.
How do I heal my buildings? Can I heal?
You don't. They will regrow because they're on creep.
Oh, interesting. On their own.
Yep.
Very slowly.
Very slowly. Yep, there's no repair for anything.
Can I upgrade these things or are they just round now?
Just hatcheries.
Yeah, I just want them to hatch faster.
You mean to get more larvae fast?
Yeah.
Why does it do that? So I guess the next time you do that, click on a hatch. So click on the hatch. You got one. Select larva. Not like just unselect one of those.
Yeah, I know I can do that.
Okay, gotcha.
I'm good with it.
Okay, but you're fine with the mass. That's interesting. So, like I said, in Starcraft 2, you have to do it for every single larva.
Yeah.
In this case, it mass allocates. Very interesting. There's also something I don't quite like, which, look at even the coloring on Zerg. Red is healthy, and purple is going to be,
Yeah, that is.
as opposed to the Terran green, and I think the Protoss are great too. So again, looking at a glance, which ones are healthy? Harder to say, actually.
Definitely.
There we go. I really don't like that sound effect. Like the Zergling attack sound. Oh.
Our forces are under attack.
Yes, they are. But already these units feel more disposable, like, even more so than the Marines.
Than the Marines? Oh, absolutely.
Because it just, the fact that you have to lose units just to build buildings, I don't know, it just kind of desensitizes you. But like, yep, we're gonna lose stuff. It's
Yeah,
fine.
yeah. That's cool. Actually, that's a good point. I hadn't even thought about that. You have tons of Zerglings around here.
Oh my goodness, so many Zerglings.
Yep. Come out quick. Also, everything pops at once for Zerg, right? So they're actually really, really good to defend. Or really easy to defend, right? Because you can pop almost the whole armory if you have enough hatches. I just love controlling hordes. But armies are so fun. Look at all of your Zerglings! Yes! I can't wait till we play Heart of the Swarm. Heart of the Swarm has a really cool ability that you get, which is called...
How can I deal with these?
You need to build air shooting units, which your current thing is to build a Hydralisk kit. And that will allow you to build Hydralisks, which
Our forces are under attack.
You only have 3 at a time? I thought there were maybe 4. I think you just build fast enough.
Build a Hydralisk.
Yep. You got plenty of gas, so. Gonna be your main ranged unit. Another interesting thing that I kind of like is that the basic unit for Terran is ranged, the basic unit for Zerg is melee, and the basic unit for Protoss is melee. There's 2 melee units in an RTS game. Terran are the only ones that can produce ranged units right off the bat.
That is.
You need a second building for Protoss 2 to get anything ranged. Dragoons require cybernetics core. As opposed to Protoss, build a barracks and Marines battle. Zerg also are going to take a little bit worse to the command structure of only having 12 things in a group, right?
Yeah, because they're just so hoardy.
Yep. See what they... See, even the Zerg portrait looks super scary. Look at that. Okay, got it. It's creepier, right?
Yeah.
They like changed the design on it. It's so weird. It's so weird, it's like a punching sound.
Sound effects.
Like boxing gloves on. And they have weird fucking hands too.
Hands.
See, but look at this, now you have a whole other wave already. So is it 3 at a time? That's insane. You get 3 hatcheries at a time? You need like 4 hatcheries, man.
No. Wait, is that good or bad that I only get 3 at a time? Is that good that I get 3
That's
at a
not
time?
much. I thought you would get more. You get way more in Starcraft 2.
More hatcheries. Okay. Now I can build Hydralisks.
Correct.
From my hatcheries.
Always. They cost a little bit of gas, a little bit of resources. better than a Marine, a little bit slower. And you can see their upgrade to the Hydralisk Den. Also, if you lose the Den, obviously, then you aren't able to build any more Hydralisks. So actually, I really like this. The idea of a central structure, and again, to come to the just the fantasy of making the Zerg feel different. They feel so much different already.
They do. Oh yeah.
In terms of the way that the Terrans work, right? You don't have any voices.
Only voices from the Overlord.
Yeah, the Overmind speaking. Exactly. That makes it feel. So the one thing, and I talked about this a little bit last time that we'll talk about, which was...
Forces are under attack.
Poor Goliath.
Yeah, the hand thing is weird.
Yeah. They just turn them into claws.
Alright, so these guys.
The other big thing that Zerg can do is burrow. So they can, basically, they become stealthed and immobile. And any Zerg unit will do that if you research burrow.
Oh, any unit, even the Zerglings?
Yes. Drones, Zerglings, Ultralisks. Any, I mean, flying units can, but every...
Plus anything?
Yes, you have to research it from your hatchery.
That seems relevant. They don't use a lot of gas right now, do they?
Nope.
Do they ever use a lot of gas?
Yeah, they can. Yeah, I mean, same thing with Terrans. The basic unit just costs minerals, but Hydralisk costs gas, for example. Obviously, Ultras will. I think Mutas will. I think pretty much everything, but will cost
everything but Zerg. But that's all I'm building is Zerg.
Zerglings, man.
Everything's coming up Zerg.
So faster movement for Hydralisks or attack range. Both of those are super important. For ranged unit, right? Range is so important in this game, and then movement speed is super important for a really bad pathing game, right?
Yes.
Because they need to try to get into place to be able to shoot. So that's also part of why Stim was so good. Stim, you can just actually just overcome how bad the pathing is with sheer speed.
Right.
What's your objective? Kill everything?
Protect the crystals.
Until we...
Oh, destroy the Terran encampment. Okay. Alright, well, let's start taking some shots at the boys here.
Yeah, that's the best part.
I didn't like that they had air at the other base.
Just get some Hydralisks.
Our forces are under attack.
Wow, they went fast. Oh yeah,
got one.
Out. Got him.
I gave your command points all in one place, so you don't. You got one drone there, it's not doing anything. You got some Hydralisks.
Yeah, Hydralisks?
Yep. At least one. Just the one. K9 does some really good Zerg voices. Also, we lost the good down-home Terran music.
That's true, yeah, we did.
We're onto weird alien.
Require more minerals.
Terror. We got tons of gas.
Require more minerals.
Curtain on minerals.
Require more minerals.
No. Should I just put more people on minerals?
Yeah.
Is that even gonna help?
Oh, you're probably about a third of saturated.
Require more minerals.
My guess. Minerals you can especially in Starcraft 1, you can pretty much put as many people on minerals. It'd be 3 per patch, right? 3 per reachable patch, I guess. Got another drone just chilling right there, I think.
I do like that my overlords floating don't get in the way of the supply.
Yeah, isn't that nice?
The supply depots.
What's nice about the Protoss pylons too is the pylons have another.
They get off or something?
Can you build an Evo chamber?
Did I?
Can you?
Yes,
You want to get more bang for your buck. Also, what's your go to your spawning pool?
hold on.
After put that up first. That's your just engineering bay. Yeah,
How fast is Zerg?
super important.
Yeah, that seems important.
Yeah. And then at 3, you'll get a faster attack speed. Overlords also will be your dropships with an upgrade.
Okay.
And Starcraft 2 will be your attack. Yeah, that'll actually be good against Marines. Remember how much damage those did and the range on them? So you can just put a couple creep talents down there. This music. Limited amount of Starcraft when I played. I played a little bit of the Terran campaign, and then I just played skirmishes. So I always had this music. I just love how it feels like a hive too, like the creep spread and I don't know, the drones, how the buildings all pulsate. You know? I think I did a really, really good job with the Zerg. The UI is super gross.
Super gross.
Yeah.
Oh, I see. Alright, we got the Hydralisks now. Okay, I built that Evo chamber.
So melee attacks, range attacks, and Carapace. So Carapace is for everything on the ground. It just Zerg don't differentiate from vehicles. They just do ground.
Okay.
So Evo chamber does all of your ground stuff and your spire. I think you actually wins. Wraiths are so weak in this ground.
Will he heal on the boost?
Slowly, but yeah.
So,
I think actually check if the creep make him go faster. Just move him across and then. Maybe
I
not.
don't think so.
2 it'll make him go faster.
We need to build, you said, a creep.
I mean, if you wanted to just build defenses.
Yeah.
Now we have defensive buildings that you can leave alone, right? Terran didn't have that on the ground. They needed bunkers with Marines.
That's a good
So
point.
now you can do free buildings. Free defense. Static defense.
Require more minerals.
Protoss will do that too.
Just never feels like I have enough minerals.
Never know. It's fun putting drones on there. Never, never. You're actually running out of minerals.
I know, this is what I'm saying. No matter what I do, I'm running out, I don't have enough. I lost my hydro. Oh, wait, no, I didn't. Really? More than 2?
Oh, you already got like 6. That'll be fine.
That'll do, Pig.
That will do.
Alright, so let's put the hydros What should I be leading?
Certainly.
Our forces are under attack.
This is much more challenging first mission.
Yes.
I'm actually glad I had you play this. You're being more aggressive. I'm impressed. So maybe the overall campaign difficulties will ramp up, so the Protoss first mission will be a little more difficult.
Wow, okay.
Fire bats. Very good against everyone. I don't know if they're very good. It's such a bad sound effect. The thumping of the Zerglings and the like squeaking. Oh my god, the Hydralisks. They open up like a... Oh, look at that. They open like a fin. See it?
Yeah.
Dude, I never noticed that before. Do they do that in... Oh, they do! Is that what that's supposed to be? I've never been able to figure out what that was supposed to be. Oh, just because there was more fidelity to it, you know? Just looked like a change of color almost. Oh, that's cool. They don't do that in Starcraft 2. I actually like that. They open up like a...
Yeah.
The Dilophosaurus kind of. Yeah, exactly. It's probably what that's from, actually. I'm guessing they just did that.
Get in there.
A very simple and elegant thing with that is just the double Zerglings from one larva. So easy to build up quick forces, and that they pop all at once. You know?
Yeah.
Makes it really feel like you can build a swarm out of nothing. You know?
Oh yeah, it's not. I actually find pathing to be less of an issue because
they're so much smaller.
So small and quick.
They do seem a lot smarter, don't they? Or maybe not smarter, but hey, everyone's dead.
Boom.
Thump. Remnants of
the Berserk Swarm.
Egression. Still on Tarsonis.
Alright.
I am well pleased, young Cerebrate. And so long as my prize remains intact, I shall remain.
Note the language it uses.
Right.
Thus its life and yours shall be made as one. As it prospers, so shall you. For you are part of the swarm. If ever your flesh should fail, that flesh shall be made anew. That is my covenant with all Cerebrates.
Really a threat right
now. You have grown strong enough to bear the rigors of warp travel with the swarm. Thus we shall make our exit from this blasted world and secure the chrysalis within the hive cluster upon the planet Char.
Is the chrysalis a new
Protoss fleets still linger within this planet's orbit. They will attempt to block our exodus at every turn.
My brood shall aid you, Cerebrate, should you require assistance.
What the heck?
So a few things.
What in the world did I just watch?
Those were the other Cerebrates.
Okay.
So
I'm that.
You're one of those, yeah.
I'm a little. It kind of reminds me of the like Mr. McNugget from McDonald's, but like a flesh version.
Oh my god. Jeez,
you can't unsee it.
Oh,
man.
that's the worst thing I've ever heard. As if Mr. McNugget wasn't horrifying enough.
Yeah.
Alright, so a few things. Back the F out of there. Regroup. Cerebrate uses like biblical language. Right?
Interesting.
Your flesh may fail, I'm well pleased.
Sure. I didn't catch that.
There's one more he said, my covenant with the Zerg.
Yes.
Right? So it's interesting that they make, even amongst the Protoss would be more formal, but the Zerg, the Overmind is actually the highest intelligence that we're going to encounter.
Okay, so he's the closest thing to God, basically.
Yeah, and he plays the role of God, right? He just controls the entire, so that's kind of a cool little quirk they did. Instead of making the beastal Zerg, and they are so beastal in all of their units and everything else, right?
Right,
but then
but
their supreme intelligence is this perfect, well-spoken, high-minded entity, which I think is cool. It's a cool juxtaposition there, which I really enjoy.
I would love to see the Overmind interact with anyone else.
Yeah. Then the Cerebrates, which we actually meant to remember, there was Zaz and then Daggeth.
Okay.
Daggeth didn't introduce, he was the guy talking to you at the beginning, telling you to morph shit.
Okay.
And then Zaz was the kind of spindly one. Who sounded a little bit more of a, he just had a different voice.
A little more like the Mr. McNugget.
Oh god. So it's really interesting because those the little portraits of them are just like fleshy blobs.
Yep.
And in the lore, it's supposed to be kind of larger versions of the larva, the original Zerg forms. That's what it's supposed to look like. But that's always what they're shown as. It's just these horrible fleshy blobs, which I love. I know that'll be the last mission, right? Or do we have time for another one?
No, we got time.
Time for another one?
Yeah. Yeah, let's do it.
Well, here, before we go, I want to talk about, so we just introduced a new location, Char, right? So we're moving the chrysalis to the main,
Char.
The home planet of the Zerg. So
okay, that's their own planet?
Yep, the main hive cluster.
Okay.
That was in the manual. And then, this is something I talked about before, but the problem with or the difficulty of writing aliens, right? Because we're humans and all we know is human things. So to write something else is actually, like, to write an alien is impossible, right?
Right.
If we ever to encounter another intelligent life form, it would be nothing like any alien that we've ever thought about, in theory, probably. It has to be some facet of humanity that we put into the alien, so we have to choose that, right? But there are other ways that you can, I think, write around instead of just being like, so in this case, having a hive mind, having a higher consciousness, that feels separate from actually being human, right? And then the other thing I like is the Cerebrates, one, are represented by fleshy blobs. They don't even have faces, they don't have anything that we can relate to whatsoever.
Right.
Don't have mouths. And two, as we'll go on, that was one slight thing that I almost would have liked if it was just the Overmind.
Yeah.
Right? Because then there's a very pure distillation in the story of what the Zerg are, which is just a single force.
Right.
So they had to give them a few other things to have something to talk to.
Sure.
And the way they did that is the Cerebrates, which again they kept disembodied, which I like. One. Two, they, as you'll see, each Cerebrate has they're a distillation of a specific purpose. So as opposed to being a fully kind of formed person that has an idea, they exist for a single reason.
Right.
To do something.
They are their responsibility in the brood.
Perfect.
They don't have a personality.
Precisely. They're literally just an embodiment of that idea that the Cerebrate that the Overmind needs done.
Right.
So that's a necessary evil, in my opinion. And again, I really hopefully pay attention to everything I'm saying, because when we get StarCraft 2, almost everything I say is always going to be in contrast to something.
Sure. Okay.
So note this in terms of the way that the Zerg campaign handles their characters and the feel and the motion and how things are moving, and how that will change across the story. So anyway, that's all I got for the Zerg.
Okay.
I love it. I love StarCraft 1 Zerg. They're creepy and feel otherly
and motherly. I mean,
and motherly. Wait, what?
No one ever said
Well, there's a lot of vaginal
okay.
references, I think.
You're not
Dude, there's one way to make young males feel uncomfortable. It's having tons of like visual vaginal symbols.
That's a good point.
You know. Or older men too.
Yeah, actually would
maybe
still
just men. But yeah, Zerg are actually, as I said before, they're rip-offs of the 40k Tyranids.
Yeah,
are the originals. Buggy swarm that consume other things and evolve quickly and consume biomass and are under a hive mind called the hive mind instead of the overmind. Yes, they have units that look exactly identical to Zerglings.
Really?
Yep, Hormagaunts.
Hermagants!
Yeah.
That's what they're called.
Or Hermagant. Yeah. I also like the Mutal. Some of the unit design is unique. Hydralisks, Mutalisks. You get Mutalisks now. Your all-purpose flying unit, very, very good. They win entire competitive matches very fast. They have rapid regeneration.
How do I get the more influence?
You'll need a spire. Should be under your basic buildings, I think. Nope, not quite. Yeah, that is.
So are these? They're friendly, right?
No. Oh yes, sorry. Can you control? Oh shit, Protoss! Fight
Basically, how do you fight Terry now? How do you fight Protoss?
So we're on Tarsonis, right? The capital, the climax of the Terran campaign. That we drew the Zerg here to destroy the Terran Confederacy.
Right.
And the Protoss, for reasons unknown, sent down troops and then left some. That just feels like Plasma Dragons, right? With everything we know about the Protoss so far, they've been really careful. They glass a planet, they draw away.
Right.
They have dimensional recall abilities, they teleport. So the idea that they would leave a bunch of their immortal, ancient, high-tech warriors to this Zerg-infested planet.
Does seem
I mean, you could probably headcanon it into, hey, the Tarsonis conflict was so intense that the Zerg fleet came down in billions and they had to draw out before they could get everyone to survive the attack. Like it came faster than they thought because of the psi emitters that the Terrans planted. So you can find a little way around that, but. So go up to the, so these guys are dagging or click on. Those are hunter killers, which are elite hydralisks that are really, really good.
Begins as you will, Cerebrate.
There you
They
go.
will serve you unquestioningly. Go now, and bring swift wrath to all who would oppose the swarm.
Done, dude.
So those are elite hydralisks. You're gonna wanna. You can't mill those, so keep those guys on lock. Don't put them in the front, kind of. You know.
Yeah.
I forget, and the manual tells you what each Cerebrate purpose is, even.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So I think Dagoth is the main. He's the main commander. I think this is what his group does.
More minerals.
Pull it up. Zosh is like a I think he's like a spy master, kind of.
Spy master.
Like he infiltrates other species to absorb them into the swarm.
Interesting.
And his brood is the first kind of infiltrators. Gene Stealer cult, if you hear anything about 40K. There it is. Yeah. Yep, Goons. And but note how hardy the great zealots do.
Oh yeah, sorry, Trevor.
Yeah, you gotta
Oh yeah.
Zealots are scary in this game. They're gonna feel a lot less scary in 2. Also, that animation is so cool.
Which one?
The zealot attack. They just stand there and then that rapid blade attack, and the blades aren't always there. They only come out when they attack.
Right.
And then it's like this lightning fast. It really, I don't know, does a good job of making me feel like these are ancient elite warrior monks, you know?
Right.
Or even the Protoss, right? Their bodies disappear into that ether once they die. Wait, can you get up there? Wow. A stairwell. Never seen that before.
Okay, so I have Mutalists.
You do. So they can attack air and ground. Their attacks bounce twice to nearby units. And they have really rapid regeneration. They are an excellent air unit. Good for any situation. Best against hordes because they're bouncing attack. Very fast. And like I said, they can regen really fast too, so they're really good hitting.
Mutate into layer.
Yep, that's just your 2-2.
Oh, I want that then.
Yep.
Do I want to multiple
No,
layers?
just one. Only need one.
Point in having multiple.
Correct. Yep, you only ever need one. I mean, unless you lost it there. As far as I know, it doesn't change larva production either. So just hatcheries and ours. Alrighty, so we got Dagoth. Commands the Tiamat brood, which is the largest and most powerful. Speculate that the Overmind itself is protecting deep within the safety of this living. So because Mutalisks are all-purpose, they're less good against specialists, right? So scouts, these guys are good they're really good Protoss anti-air. You do not have nearly enough to break these. Actually, you might here. Oh, you got the cannon!
Aha!
Hold on. I didn't think you were gonna break that. I mean, you kinda didn't, but you kinda did.
And you were just encouraged to just spend resources.
Yeah, very much so.
This is crazy.
Way more so than my kind of careful planning with unit management with the Terran. Which is good. And again, it's a difference, a concrete difference in the way they even play, right?
Is it the very good style?
You have the weird red connect on?
Oh, I do, yeah.
The red connect? Because I was just noticing this screen looks so much different.
I don't want this. Why is this happening? Okay, don't worry.
Is it gonna stream them?
Alright, guys. Gotta give me a break here. Why is that what comes up exactly? Cool.
Can you your Alt tab and then can you not move your mouse outside of the?
Here, I'm just gonna.
There.
Alright, we're just gonna.
Until the sun rises. Yay!
There we go.
It's so much harsher on my eyes.
Yep. Sorry, guys.
Yay for harshness.
Alright. So we want to build more mutalisks, yeah. We need a spire.
Spire.
We don't have a spire.
Under your advanced buildings, I think. Yep. It's also going to be your upgrade building for.
So what did upgrading this guy give?
I think it's Spire, actually.
Oh, really?
I think so.
Just let me build another upgrade building? That feels a little lame.
Well, it'll allow you. You'll get more, later. There'll be more things you can do. Also, your Spire didn't build because you built it in the mineral line, and someone stepped on it. There we go. I mean, the Spire unlocks Mutalisks and Scourge as well, not just upgrades.
I see.
Like I said, pretty much every Zerg building will give you a new unit, and then the upgrades for that unit. So you can grab the spawning pool upgrades if you want. The Zergling speed, that's always helpful.
Oh, yeah.
And then the Hydralisk den will have some stuff too. You can get an Evo chamber up. Start on your unit upgrade, your just damage and armor.
Yeah, I don't have the tech trees.
Yeah. It's actually kind of similar to, like you have an engineering bay kind of thing.
I want an evolution chamber.
Yep, Evo chamber. The same way that the engineering bay was necessary for anti-air turrets, same thing, you need an Evo chamber for the spore colonies. Zerg. Ambience. This was made in 1998, and it's totally pulling on 80s music, so it's really intentionally kind of invoking the 80s.
Really?
Yeah. Oh, the music?
I mean, it clearly is invoking the 80s.
Well, it's gotta be.
Yeah, this seems...
Probably going for kind of that alien vibe, or aliens, Starship Troopers, that sort of thing.
Sure.
Trying to play on some of those tropes.
Mutalisks, that'll be good.
It's also nice because you can build multiple overlords at once, right?
Yeah, that is nice.
So you don't have to. I like Zerg management a lot more than Terran management.
I do too, so far.
Yep.
Get busy mining or get busy dying. That's the mantra.
Want to start your spawning pool upgrade?
Yeah.
Nope. Did you already do it?
I already did it.
Oh, great. One step.
All these mutalisks. Oh my gosh, they're fast.
Yes, they're very quick.
Okay, this seems like a decent force.
Yep. So everything's Hydralisks and Mutalisks? Everything's a list. Ultralisks, Mutalisks, Hydralisks. Oh man, scouts are... Yeah, that's not very good. Definitely want your Hydralisks to kill the... Pull your units back if you can.
Can I not respond to that?
Nah, you just got more Hydralisks to throw into the mix then. Actually, click on the mutas real quick for me. They have a separate... No, they don't have separate air attack. Okay. They just have one attack.
Just the one attack.
I don't know if they had a weaker air attack than they have ground attack, but now it's just the one.
That Evo chamber, that takes a long time.
Yeah. The mass upgrades, where it just upgrades damage or armor. You can do that for your Mutalisks at the Spire, too, if you want. You should have flyer upgrades.
Well, I did not nearly give me nearly as much pushing power as I was going to. How much going to harass a bit. Pick up the cannons.
I mean, Protoss are designed to be the hardiest one, right? They're supposed to be the most elite, heaviest single units. They're supposed to be the they're supposed to be the swamp.
forces are under attack.
I heard a lot. Oh no! Dragoons aren't nearly as scary to me as don't put out as much damage, but they're range. There's big, so they can get attacked from a lot of angles.
Oh my god! That was so hardy.
Yes. Got the. Are they rebuilding it all, or are you actually pushing through?
I think I'm pushing at this point. Okay, so I should build like a. What else should I have?
Carapace.
Carapace. Yeah, I'll go multi-squishy.
Huge for Zerg. Almost always want to go for armor over attacks.
Scourge? The Scourge are good?
No, those are
pretty special.
Yep, those are specialized anti-air. We saw those down in Norad 2 earlier.
Yes.
They were just they're suicide air-to-air.
Hydros.
And I believe you build 2 at a time of Scourge as well, like Zerg.
Okay.
But yeah, they're strictly air-to-air suicide. Kamikaze. Divine Wind. You know the story of that?
No.
Kamikaze means Divine Wind in Japanese. And the name comes from the fact that the Mongols attempted to invade Japan twice. And both times separated by like 40 or 50 years, their entire fleet was destroyed by a hurricane.
Wow.
Yeah. It literally was. I mean, so sometimes with cannons, it's better to go for the pylon that are powering the cannons.
Oh, they'll take out everything?
Yep. So if you have multiple cannons powered by one pylon, the pylon has less armor than cannons anyway. You go through, kill the pylon, can't shut down.
Interesting.
They're also unique amongst. That's a lot more doable than, say, killing a creep colony is a lot harder to do. It takes a while for the creep to die, and then even once the creep is dead, the buildings take a while to die. They just begin losing hit points. Slowly. Kind of like burning like a Terran building.
Alright. We got 2 squads of Zerglings. We've got Mutalisks. We got these guys.
Get more Hydras over there.
Yeah, I'm on building. I guess we can just go with those as my 2.
It looks so cool and are so lame. Like, got a weird little slithery motion. I'll say their big like fan openings. Like Daggeth's Hunter. Yeah, use your Hydralisk as well. They're a solid core unit. Do damage.
1 and 2 Hydralisks, 4 and 4
Definitely see the. Oh shit. They split, goo goes everywhere, and they're broken open. Bugs almost. Dragoons are a riff on a 40k trope. Called Dreadnoughts. When a unit gets too wounded, continue to serve, but not wounded enough to die, they can put the machine and allow it to continue to serve. Combination of life support and battle carapace.
Oh.
Dragoons are. They're super, super wounded Protoss heroes. So I would do, yeah, Carapace and missile upgrades, actually.
Okay.
So you just makes your Zerglings a little bit hardier, but then your main damage is going to be coming out of your Hydralisks, right?
Okay.
Zergling damage is a plus, but they're mostly there to absorb bullets and distract stuff. Make it hard for them to get a good concave on your and immediately, meanwhile, your Hydralisk follow up. The Dilophosaurus shit to death. And no wonder you're extinct. Nidru. Rest Park.
Yeah.
Stick, one stick, no stick, get a stick. No wonder you're extinct. This is the most we've really played against Protoss, huh? Also note the very small amount of intermission dialogue, right? Most of the dialogue, there's been some throughout the game, but very, very most.
Our forces are under attack.
Yeah, it's not very much.
Very, very most. The majority. Definitely been, yeah, see how quick that pops. What's your job? Just get the Chrysalis down to that red point.
Yeah, that's good.
Which again, effectively becomes... Kill it.
Yes, well, I was noting how poorly it's working out when I transform the temple line.
Yep.
So, very poorly.
It's the importance of massing. Antlining units is the big, big, big no-no in any RTS, right? One at a time. It's all about getting a good concave. It's the perfect being surrounded by stuff.
Okay, we'll get a full thing of Hydralisks.
Yeah, that's the one problem with Zerg is that eventually it just becomes better to mass Hydralisks because they're just so much better
Rather than Zerg.
than Zerglings. I mean, I don't know. I think Zerglings are just way too much fun
I think
and too cool. And I think a good, like I said, a mix I think would be the best. But you could probably win by just massing Hydralisks because they shoot up, they shoot everything. They have a lot of damage and a lot of...
Yeah, things that shoot everything do see.
Get Hydralisk.
Marines are good because they shoot everything.
Yeah, get Hydralisk range, by the way.
Oh, yeah.
On your Hydralisk den.
Hydralisk.
Yep. Range is more important than speed.
You have characters.
Yep. You almost, you depleted your geyser, by the way, and you're out of minerals. Almost out of minerals. So I'd begin looking for another base. Probably south here. Over on... Is there another, if you go farther that way? Because you've gotten attacks from that side before. Yeah. There is another. I like not hearing voices, too.
Yeah.
Oh, just the same voice lines over and over.
Yeah.
Okay, no, there's just
under attack.
Zealots can't do jack against Hydralisks. No. Can't shoot up. Yeah, shooting up seems really important.
Our forces are under attack. Evolution complete.
Kind of like that they made the buildings bigger. It gives it a little bit of better sense of scale than Starcraft 2. Everything's smaller, right? Everything feels the same size, so it doesn't feel like the big units are that big or the buildings are that big.
Right.
Everything feels just kind of the same. But Starcraft 1, all the buildings do feel big. Yeah, Zealots have an upgrade to speed, which I think they have. Like speed Zealots, as they're called. And I think they get charged in this game.
Okay, I think we're clear to escort.
Oh, look at that. I think we won.
Okay.
Oh, that's why there's not another base.
What are we escorting?
The Chrysalis at the top left.
Ah, so I gotta have a guy get it.
Yeah, probably. I guess passes. Yeah, we'll just use a drone to get across. That's the difficulty with.
You guys just go there and see if you run into anything.
I feel like the pathing has been a lot less stressful for you.
Oh, much less. In the server.
I say as that drone has been in there.
Look at that. The Zerg just went there. First of all, no issues at all.
Yeah. The Zerg.
Second, like, they weren't opposed.
I wonder if it's just the size. Zerglings are smaller size than Marines, maybe?
Size does seem to matter a ton.
Right? The tanks have such a hard time navigating anything. I see how Ultralisks do. They're like tank size. Another reason to go air, you don't have to deal with freaking pathing in this game.
Right. Oh. Oh, I should have just
Our forces are under attack.
I'm surprised they're still protesting. There must be another base farther south. Or another building or two. Well, the Hydralisks don't bore the tanks.
Evolution complete.
Never stop evolving.
Yep. Never stop evolving. That's one thing I wish they could do a little bit more, which you can't do in RTS.
I was gonna hold them off for a second so we could see what the rest of the base was.
Warp space could be unsettling.
They also never tell us how the Zerg get through warp space, but
yeah, it's not clear.
that seems. That's always been a problem with the biological terror of the universe, right?
Right.
How they faster than light speed.
Yes. Electricity does seem to be important for something.
Seems like it. Yeah. The Sargus tribe. So they detail the Sargus tribe. Every time you see one of these names, like for the opponents, they all have, like, the Terrans have all those different squads.
Right.
Those are detailed in the manual. All the Protoss tribes are detailed and all the different.
Okay, so if you were interested, you could look up the Sargus squad in the manual and
Correct.
just kind of get a sense of what they were doing.
Who they are. Yep. Same thing with all the Zerg broods. And they do actually stay consistent, so the Sargus tribe will always be blue.
Okay.
Same thing with the Zerg.
Wow, look how many units I lost.
Yeah, yeah. I wonder if they factor in that.
With the Protoss forces beaten and scattered.
Oh, it's space. Okay. Jeez.
Now it's even worse. The Overmind has withdrawn the swarms to the remote Ash World.
Behold the power of that which is yet unborn. For the swirling images that flow forth from the chrysalis are only a shadow of the sleeper's true power.
The psionic emanations of the chrysalis have reached out into the depths of space and lured our enemies to us. Even now, we are aware of their plans.
All squadrons close formation. Scan for hostiles. Emperor Arcturus believes that there's Zerg out here, so it's our job to flush them out. I don't want any slip-ups this time. We'll show these critters that they can't run from the Terran base.
Engage the Terran forces with care. Your priority is to protect the chrysalis at all costs.
So the chrysalis sent out a psychic emanation so powerful that the Terrans picked it up.
Right.
And now they're coming out to see what it is. And they're like, oh look, Zerg!
Interesting.
As if they didn't see, like, this is a problem with just power creep in a game too, which is the Zerg were enough to demolish the Confederacy by itself, right?
Right.
Like, the Sons of Korhal couldn't have done that. And so in theory, shouldn't the Swarm just be able to redirect to, like, Korhal? And just destroy that too?
Yeah, you'd think so.
Because it said, like, billions of Zerg flowed down, and it was just, like, an unstoppable force.
Right.
And now they're like, oh, look, there's some Zerg, let's get them. It's like,
Yeah.
whoa! Didn't we just see what they did to the, like, they said, like, what, 9 of the 13
Planets.
Confederate worlds got eaten?
Yeah.
So it's like,
you're right. They really
should not be that level of, like, and they will be consistently portrayed as the most dangerous force in the universe. In the story. And they have a little bit of trouble with that, dealing with that narrative. It's just really hard, right? If you have something that can just kill everything, then, like, where's the story?
Right. Because you would think that then that force would always be on the offensive, and all the other forces would just be hunkered down as best they can be.
Trying to figure out, that makes it very hard to. That's actually a problem with the Tyranids, which is very, very difficult in the 40k lore. It's very difficult to have anything other than that story.
Right.
Which is forces kind of taking pot shots and never being able to engage fully, or getting just totally overwhelmed.
Right.
So,
Cool.
keep track of that as they keep on moving. But 2 down.
2 down. I'm not sure how many more to
I
go.
don't remember how many. Terran was what, 10? I think.
I think so.
Okay. I think they're all roughly the same.
These missions do feel a lot more interactive.
Yeah.
I'd say.
What do you mean?
I just mean like it doesn't feel as formulaic, where it's just like, well, and it's probably because I'm new to the Zerg, where it's
maybe.
like, I just mass Marines, and then like how whatever the good unit I have, like tanks or
That's a good point.
cruisers. It felt a lot more like, I don't know, it felt more active. Like
Yeah.
I was constantly sending waves of Zergs and harassing and like scouting and figuring out where stuff is.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's a good point, is that just the Zergling mechanic by itself requires you to just always be sending waves, and they're kind of disposable, they're so cheap, so you can do that. And then you do require a unit mix. You need at least 2, right? You need Zerglings and at least Hydralisks,
Right.
you can't shoot at air, as opposed to literally those early missions, you can just build Marines and they kill everything.
Yeah, you're fine, yeah.
And then using a little bit of Mutalisk action in there as well. And then, even just having... It is interesting that something so simple as literally just having the Chrysalis to take care of, and something consistent, some little story thread that's been consistent through 2 or now 3 missions, where still we're just protecting the Chrysalis, that's all we do. Binds it together, makes it feel a little bit more directed than just kind of these, like, separate missions where it's like, alright, do this, and then you go somewhere else and do this. Like, at least we have, like, one, like, clear objective that we're carrying through here.
Yeah, that's a good point.
And now we get to begin to see, this is our first time where, hey, we have old characters interacting with new characters almost. Where Duke has now shown up, and now we're going to see the Terrans interacting.
And
now
so
now we see the other side of these conflicts that we've already been a part of, right?
Right, but it is a continuation of where the previous story left off, which I found interesting, because he said Emperor Arturus, and so I was like, oh, okay.
Hey.
So we haven't just gone back. I wondered if we were going to rehash the same timeline 3 times.
Oh, okay, yeah.
But we didn't, we kept going. So.
Nope, yep, that's another interesting thing. Another thing to keep in mind, which we talked about, is the difficulty of an RTS campaign narrative, and that you have to have each faction win in sequence, right? So the Terrans had to win their thing. But you still managed to find a defeat in the story,
right?
In terms of which Terran faction it was.
Yeah.
But now the Zerg have to be winning and winning and winning and winning. So whatever, at the end of the Zerg campaign, in theory, you'll have accomplished something. Same thing at the end of the Protoss. And the last piece I wanted to mention, story-wise for RTS, was something that I can't remember. Let's just take a minute and just look at the Terran campaign and encapsulate it in terms of story arcs. So we start where the characters start. Menk starts as a rebel leader,
right?
And a benevolent guy who saves civilians,
right?
Steps in against the corrupt Confederacy,
right?
Saves them. Ends
killing civilians,
betraying second
Kerrigan,
command, unleashing, doing the exact opposite, unleashing the Zerg on civilians, and as Emperor.
Right.
We got Jimmy,
who doesn't actually have much of an arc.
Nope, almost none. Just good Jimmy, who's just along for the ride. I mean, he becomes disillusioned, right, a little bit,
right,
of the rebellion, and realizes the power corrupts,
right.
But he stays true to trying to help the common man and not being okay with doing bad things. Kerrigan doesn't have too much of an arc outside of she was loyal and was the only person standing up for Arcturus and got betrayed.
And then Dean has an interesting arc of like starting off being not Dean, Duke.
Oh, Duke,
General Duke.
Yep.
Well, now he started off. I guess he's always served somebody, but he just sort of switched his loyalties from the Confederacy now to Arcturus.
So as a character, he didn't make too much, but he did serve as a Arcturus moment of being shrewd and converting someone as opposed to just killing them. Right. As Arcturus' big thing is that he overcame this giant Confederacy with subterfuge and skill and betrayal and plotting and kind of masterminding, as opposed to just bashing down the door. Now he has Duke on his side.
Yeah.
And we know Duke is he's easily swayed.
Right.
Right. He's can be bought and sold.
Right.
So we have that, and then in terms of the beginning and end states, we know the Zerg were tested upon by the Confederacy. We know the Zerg respond to psi emanations really strongly. Right, the psi emitters drew them. We know the Protoss. I just don't know anything about the Protoss, really, do we?
Nope. Not other than that
they fight the Zerg. They don't like the Zerg.
They fight Zerg, and they're pretty powerful.
And they'll kill us if need be.
Right.
But yeah, the entire Terran sector has been changed. The Confederacy is done, and the Dominion is in its place, and Terran space is uniting against aliens. So we have I would argue that we have even in the first third of the campaign, much less the whole series, we have a meaningful change from something happened from the beginning of this to the end. And it took a little bit for us to list out the different bullet points. Every character had something to kind of do,
Right.
And it felt meaningful and not wasted. What I am going to do, for anyone who's still watching somehow, because I want to listen to start, I'm going to actually note out each individual mission, all 10 missions, and what exactly happens and what plot movement is, and where things are wasted and where character happens.
Sure.
And I'm going to let's just keep track of that, see
Okay.
where that goes. In StarCraft 1, in Brood War, and in StarCraft 2.
Okay, sounds good.
Because I think that's really important to mission, the way the speed and frequency which story is doled out in RTS
Right.
is important, turns out. So, that is the end of my thoughts.
All right. Cool.
And we will continue
Yes.
next time with some Zerg.
Next time. All right. Tune in then.